Come through in the coupe with the queen, and we both Drake. Yeah, we done made truth of a dream, unusual thing. We have our connection is strong, flaws together. Can't a hater tell us we wrong? Jealous, get on, flee from the wifey and me. We bout to shit on the world and live trife as can be. We gon' shine, baby mama earth for my roots. Looking gorgeous as ever, been in love since our youth. Each other's boo. Love it when you let me have my way with it, throwing it back. We all night and all day with it. Damn, they overlay in it. Natural chemistry, our mixture is perfect. Like Coca-Cola hit with Hennessy. My pain's best remedy, lovable best friend to me. Just us and the most high, we something like the Trinity. You give me strength to forward on in this crazy world. Just the thought I'm holding on with my baby girl. Sit back and smoke a blunt or two, gaze in your eyes, tell you how much I'm in love with you. Love, but my bugaboo, there'll never be another you. The unity between us is solid and indestructible. Bond is unbreakable, sexing is sensational. The vision of your birth and my youngest is inspirational. Someone to cater to, love and fear the creator who shined on you. And got these jealous bitches hating you. Want to trade a place with you, geeking to have what you got. Angry that you really in love, and they ass is not. Continuity, humbleness over scrutiny. The best part about us is feelings we share mutually. Forever true to me, prettier than your beauty be. Without you by my side, there's no more this earth can do with me. Your silent loving ways drive a thug wild. Now come and give me some, let's make another love child. Down to her poo-poo, penetrate that passionate fruit and go cuckoo. Know how to do you, always coming when I pursue you. The love guru, when we at it, it's so crucial. Overly choose you, over the world, fuck them all. Shorty ain't a reason to mingle, when I know your love got me. It's incredible, mama told me say never, but I'm telling you, I'll never have you outside of my schedule. I want the best for you, some baked fish with steamed vegetables. Beach house chilling with your king laid up next to you. You get your blessings too, you deserve it. You been forever true, exceptional, kind of woman. Yeah, I confess to you, we so connectable. Being apart is unacceptable. Most respect for you, only woman I show affection to. Know I recognize your love for me. I dedicated this song, our ghetto love story. Acknowledging your love for me. What we got is time to never ghetto love story.
I got love for you watching them hips when you move it. God said your body a gift, you should use it. My ex-girlfriend, she really stupid, but your ex-boyfriend is a bitch. The nigga blue is something good about you. I can feel it in my soul. I love how you get down and I like the way you roll. We equally provide when we taking care of home. I appreciate you, baby. I'm just hoping that it shows. What's up?
I know I can't be without you. Even trying to be without you. I know I can't be without you. Without my baby, without my baby.
You you everything to me, girl, I tell you all the time. Always had a thing for you since about 9. Remember you would come around and nigga always chase you. But we was only kids, in the future I would date you out of all the girls. You the only one who knew me. We got the kind of love you only see in the movie. Let me love you to the end, baby, things will never change. We already got married and I still feel the same. What's up?
I know I can't be without you. Even trying to be without you. I know I can't be without you. Without my baby, without my baby.
You like the way I kiss you, you like the way I touch. Every time we finish, girl, your body on hush. We run it in the ground like it's going out of business. We do it for the pleasure, but it's only with the missus. Can you handle it, baby, when I give it to you rough? But a freak like you, girl, you never get enough. To me, you everything in the world, that's real enough. Even if you wasn't my girl, would you give it up?
I know I can't be without you. Even trying to be without you. I know I can't be without you. Without my baby, without my baby. I know I got love for you, baby. I know I got love for you, baby. I know.
Fresher than you ever been, flyer than you ever was. Fresher than you ever been, flyer than you ever was. I said I'm fresher than you ever been, a nigga flyer than you ever was. I said I'm fresher than you ever been, flyer than you ever was. Fresher than you ever been. Loving me wasn't good enough for you. Being everything you need wasn't good enough for you. Now I'm doing me and it's looking good for you. Till I curve you like a C, it ain't looking good for you. Me being a loser wasn't good enough for you. Talking about the future wasn't good enough for you. Then you saw me with the queen, it ain't looking good for you. Bitch, you better breathe, it ain't looking good for
I
you.
used to live it up, my player mentality. I chose to give it up. Shit was up and then it came down. Like the temperature, the split of us was something crucial. We had got used to. Comfort in each other, was nervous meeting your mother, and for many reasons went through changes as the seasons. Right before our eyes, our lows conquered them highs. Two had grew apart. When at first we used to do the art of sex until the sun come. Used to make you run from. But yeah though, as I put these reefers in the air though, your beauty was a sight, but the stress didn't compare though. You done me like a scarecrow, made me out the beat, did a deuce in the joint. You couldn't wait it out for me. You helped me see that love was like a seesaw, a roller coaster. Soon as you feel you growing closer, then you crash. Contention breaking out just like a rash. And fast, we come to our end, become the past of each other's life. Foolish for thinking we was each other's type. Remember chain smoking and drinking after we fuss and fight with just the fucking hype. Who blew our flame out, destroyed our perfect picture, and even threw our frame out.
Loving me wasn't good enough for you. Being everything you need wasn't good enough for you. Now I'm doing me and it's looking good for you. Till I curve you like a C, it ain't looking good for you. Me being a loser wasn't good enough for you. Talking about the future wasn't good enough for you. Then you saw me with the queen, it ain't looking good for you. Bitch, you better breathe, it ain't looking good for you. The reason these tempers clashing, she addicted to the madness. She put kisses on the mirror, now her life is such a tragic. My memories of you, they were missing out on action. Cause I put it in my weed and I turned it into ashes. There's a certain type of woman, loves a certain type of sadness. But this can only happen when she don't believe in magic. Not the fairy tales, but the response from love's passion. Like I'm down to spend life with you and then marriage, but I already know how these tricks are. Trying to be a nice guy to hoes, it never gets far. Life is like a movie to some, and then it turns off. Chickens, they be clucking for crumbs, give them a bird call. That was a favor on the day this shit was ended. There was signs that was there in my eyes, but I pretended. 16 bars ain't enough for me to mention all the shit that I known about you from the beginning. Loving me wasn't good enough for you. Being everything you need wasn't good enough for you. Now I'm doing me and it's looking good for you. Till I curve you like a C, it ain't looking good for you. Me being a loser wasn't good enough for you. Talking about the future wasn't good enough for you. Then you saw me with the queen, it ain't looking good for you. Bitch, you better breathe, it ain't looking good for you.
Welcome to the Love Palace. I am your host. Goddess D of Love. Love. An intense feeling, or deep affection, for something, or someone. At the Love Palace, we tap into the mind, body, and soul. But most important, the heart. So come through. Relax, chill, and vibe out. With Goddess DNA, at the Love Palace. Feel the vibe. Oh yeah. You feel me? Hello, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody doing today on this new day of the year? I hope everybody's doing fine. Make sure can y'all give me some hearts in the chat to make sure that y'all can hear me? Because I want to make sure guys enjoy this powerful build that we're about to have. I'm going to go ahead and shout you guys out in the chat. But okay. Thank you, Tiara. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. So let me go ahead and shout out the chat. I appreciate you guys all in attendance right now. Thank you, peace and love, Shawanda, for showing up. Pretty Problem Nisha, thank you. Sister, Tiara, and Empress Sharon, I see in the building. Appreciate you. Much love and respect. Jersey Rich, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. King Trey, how you doing? I appreciate you for stopping by as well. Cherie Reed, thank you for showing up as well. Peace and love. Okay, and I think that is everybody. I have Marco Power up here with us. Hey, Blended Healing, thanks for showing up. Marco, want to do a mic check?
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing this evening, King?
I'm blessed. I appreciate you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I actually relaxed today. I stayed up late into the morning, y'all, but I'm good. I had a good time though. I had a good time with my peeps, but it was good. So definitely, I'm excited to have this build with you. I know that's something that we both wanted to really discuss and get, this message out to the people.
Exactly.
So the subject is loving and living and loving with people with disabilities. So most of you guys, if you're close to me, know my situation. But if you don't, I'm going to give you just a little breakdown. Then I'm going to have Marco chime in about uh, how it's affect his life in some form or way. So at the age of I want to say 27, after I had my second child, I had went to the doctor because my hands, I thought I had carpal tunnel, basically. So I went and I was like, okay, because all my jobs have required typing and I had to always use my hands all the time. So I had went to the doctor and they were like, I don't know if that's carpal tunnel, but they sort of just kept sending me to the doctor. I kept having pains. My hands would get stuck in a position. Like I would just and swell up to the point I was married at the time. I had to get my ring cut off because of it being bind to my finger. That's how my fingers had swelled up that mess. So they had to actually like cut it off. So we were trying to figure out, what was going on. I eventually started having like pains just all around, like in my shoulders. I couldn't lift my arms up and everything. So I went to the doctor, and the conclusion was that first they thought it was lupus. So I really got, nervous about that. But I got diagnosed to have rheumatoid arthritis. So those that don't know about rheumatoid arthritis, it's a little different from all the other arthritis. It is like really right under lupus. It's like lupus and then rheumatoid arthritis, and then you have your other arthritises, gout, and there's other osteo. There's very different forms of arthritis. So with rheumatoid arthritis, it affects your bloodstream. So it's actually they say this is doctors that my blood is not circulating properly, and that there's basically like an infection in my blood. So the reason why rheumatoid arthritis is considered one of the worst forms is because what it does, it moves and travels through your body. So it can affect everything from literally from your head to your toes. I've had hair loss, vision problems, teeth problems, but the most one that affected me the most was actually it affected my knees, my ability to walk properly. And at that point, I was just like, and according to doctors, there's no cure for this. This is what they say. There's no cure. So at the time, I actually was taking, I can say, about 8 medications. They had me on 8 different medications, and I was taking it, but nothing was happening. So I was just like, I don't know. I had at one point really went into a dark, dark space because when I found out, this is what the doctor basically told me. They was like, there's no cure. We can give you these medications, but at the time when I got diagnosed, I was 27, and they basically told me by the age of 40, I would either be fully crippled, bind to a wheelchair, or I would not be here, basically, because the way it was progressing. So I definitely had some dark time like that. I really wanted to live my best life. So to numb the pain, I turned to alcoholism. And I mean, I was one of them drinkers that was the best to hang with the best of, I was the one that can hang with the best. And plus I was a bartender along with working other jobs, but I basically was like, since there's no cure and they're saying by the age of 40, they got me messed up. But in the back of my mind, I was like, at the time, I said, the devil is a lie. And I was like, how they going to tell me what I could do with my body? So with the shorter version of this story is I went to the doctor, and they actually called like the head doctor over rheumatoid arthritis because I had told my physician that I was going to get off these medications. I was like, I'm not taking these medications. These are not helping. And she had basically told me that what I was going to have to start doing is coming in once a week, sort of like dialysis, but it was not exactly dialysis, but I go once or twice a week, and they hook me up to an IV, and I infuse this medication or wherever it is into my body. And what was the turning point for me? I was like, okay, so what's the side effects of, this medication? Because everything has the side effects. And she was like, Well, the side effects is blindness, going to the bathroom all the time, and then death. And I said, you got to be kidding me. You mean that you want to give me something? And I made a joke, but I was really serious. I was like, so you're saying basically, I'm not going to see, I'm going to be on the toilet and then I could die. And she was like, why did you say it like that? And I was like, because that's what you just told me. So I walked out of that hospital and was like, I don't care what they say. I don't know what I'm going to do and where it's going to lead me, but I'm not taking no more medication. Basically, gave them the middle finger and was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to have to figure something out. At that time, I was still walking pretty good. By the year 2018, that's when it really started affecting my legs more so. I was really blind. I had to get a cane, get pushed in a wheelchair, and so forth like that. But the challenges that I had to face in my life was very challenging. I had to learn how to maneuver a different way, drive, learn how to upkeep my body. I had wonderful children that helped me. We'll get into that, but I just wanted to give you a just a little bit of my story, guys, so you know, and then we'll go into the future a little bit here. But I wanted to just tell you guys, you know, just so you know, being very transparent with you guys of what the illness consists of. And it's a blood disorder where basically they say that there's some type of chemical or something in your blood. The medications, which I didn't know at the time, the reason why I had the hair loss, I was on a chemo medication. And I had to take that medication along with the other 5 medications. You take this dose of this one medication during the week and you take all 8 pills at one time. And you have to do that every week along with the other medication. So definitely was affecting my hair. I lost my hair on my head, my eyelashes, my eyebrow. It was like I had cancer, and I didn't really know. I didn't really check the medications. I was just going by what the physicians had told me. But basically, that's the gist of what rheumatoid arthritis is. It can also affect your internal organs, any type of your stomach, liver, heart, all that can be affected. There's no, they say there's no limitations. And I definitely was like very fearful, and it put me in a dark, dark space. But I'll just stop right there, just give you the gist of why I'm very passionate about people that have disabilities and people that help and live with people that have disabilities. So that's just the little background with me. But Marco, I do want you to tap in and tell your story. Let me shout out some people in the chat real quick. I see my son, Kinga herself, has hit the building. Thank you, son, for showing up. You might have to hit the panel because I might need you to come and talk a little bit. But if you're busy, I know. BX Queen, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Marlene Motivates. Oh my goodness. You guys, I might, if you guys are still in the chat later on, because Marlene, I know you have a story to tell too, because I've listened to you. So I'll be dropping the link later on in the show to, get feedback as well. Let me see. Anybody else Bronze. Thank you for showing up, Bronze. I appreciate you. But yes, Marco, SS Clutch. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Marco, why don't you go ahead and tell your story? Because I'm very curious to hear it. And I know this is something you've been wanting to release. So I'm going to let you go ahead and chime in. Hi, Wolf. Thank you for showing up, Wolf.
No, definitely, Miss D. I appreciate you. You can still hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. First of all, big shout out to you for even coming on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Even doing a stream about this. You got more than courage. You know what I'm saying? You're blowing my mind right now with what you're saying, and the fact, like you say, that you're still here, still kicking, doing what you're supposed to be doing. I was absolutely overwhelmed the other day when I saw the short of you dancing. Like that shit really touched my heart for real. So I hope you know that you inspire a lot of people. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Most definitely. Excuse me. I'm already trying to keep it together now for real. You know what I'm saying?
I
My heart
know.
fluctuating like crazy for real. But yeah.
You got this. Just breathe. You got it.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, I'm good. I'm getting together. But I guess my story begins with my younger sister. We in church with my parents back in the day, back in like '83, and I guess long story short, my sister gets to moving. She gets to like jerking a little bit, and my parents are thinking that it's the preacher, the pastor, or whatever, because he's on a loudspeaker, and everything be all loud in the church. Sometimes the sound bouncing off the walls and whatnot. So they thought she was having a reaction to the sound of of the music of the pastor himself or whatever being on the mic. Long story short, though, that was her first seizure. She literally had her first seizure inside the church. So the whole reason that why we found out why she even had those seizures was because she was affected by one of those jabs that they I'm trying to keep using that word as much as I can too.
Okay.
They basically gave her one of those jabs, back when. All right, so when you're 2 months old, you get the jab DPT. You also get the same thing at 4 months. At least back then you would. So essentially what that is, it's a cocktail shot. It's 3 different drugs mixed all into one. So pardon the fire truck in the background. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
No, we can't even hear it. You good?
No, so that's a cocktail shot, right? So what it is diphthery, pertussis, and tetanus. So out of those 3, I really don't have a disagreement with tetanus. I actually think tetanus is something that we need, believe it or not, because that lockjaw shit is real. You know what I'm saying? You get cut by a piece of steel or some metal, whatever. Yeah, you're gonna be messed up. But as in terms of the D and the P, my sister was affected by the P of the shot, the pertussis. They give you pertussis basically because that's for the whooping cough. And that was like a supposedly an epidemic back in the day, as they say. I wasn't around back then, so I can say for sure. But like I say, long story short, she had an effect to that P inside of that vaccine. And my parents' lives, my life, everything was flipped upside down from that day on. And you can literally see my sister slowly but surely over time, her motor skills, being able to walk. Because it was crazy is that my sister as well ended up being in a wheelchair, but she actually could stand at one time. She was able to stand, move around, almost talk. You know what I'm saying? But eventually that jab, it started to take its toll on her body. So as you said, this is very near and dear to my heart. This is why I guess how I am. As in terms of always trying to expose things and always trying to expose, especially this medical industry. Shout out to you, shout out to Philly, shout out to your son, King of High Self. You know what I'm saying? Always on good health and always on trying to, like you say, F what they say. You know what I'm saying? Forget what they talking about. Like, we're going to start taking care of ourselves. You know what I mean? So shout out to all those people that can do that. You know what I mean? And just realize that we are the sole controllers of ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But again, back to that shot, the DPT. It goes to show you that shot was very detrimental for people's health because they don't even offer that shot anymore. The shot is now called DTaP, which is a diphthery, tetanus, and it's acellular pertussis, or what I say is an altered state of pertussis. So basically, they already knew that it was a problem because if there wasn't a problem, they wouldn't never change the shot in the first place, right? So we know that or whatever. So long story short, I guess basically being that my sister is born in 1983, you got this a-hole of a president, Mr. Ronald Wilson Reagan, 6 letters in each one of his names, by the way, 666. But if you look at him, he's the one that signed what you would call the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986. Now, what that did was it basically made it so that if your child was affected by a vaccine, then they would only offer you up to $250,000 worth of coverage. Now, when it comes to things of like, handicap things, wheelchair, or maybe even a handicap man, different medicines and different things like that, you'll eat up 250 grand in no time. That'll mess around and be gone in 2 years. So the fact that the government even put certain, I guess, I'm short of a word right now. Basically, they saving the government once again. They saving these medical industries. They know good and well these people are going to need millions of dollars. But you got Ronald Reagan who's passing this $250,000 thing like it's just, like that's really going to do something. Um, I got to bring in the numbers real fast too. Let me drop the number on you. What's
Okay.
interesting about this whole thing, and I ain't gonna make this a whole gematria thing because it's not about gematria right now. But I do find it interesting that the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986 equals 420. You drop that zero, it becomes a 42, and vaccine equals 42. That's not a coincidence. You get what I'm saying? Uh, that's the only numbers I'll give for today. But yeah, basically, as you said, I mean, it literally affected my whole family. I got an older sister too. She actually had some medical stuff too. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Um, but I say this: in 1977, the U.S. begins a childhood vaccination initiative to increase the number of vaccinated children in the country by 90%. So you figure 2 years, 3 years later, because I was born in 80, my sister was born in 83. So you figure that was around the time they started really pumping this DPT shot out there, and other shots. Um, you got the MMR, that's the mumps, measles, and rubella. That's another three-way cocktail shot. You got, I mean, just all types of shots. You know what I'm saying? And I guess basically what I want to drop is that our parents didn't have to go through the same things, or people, the generation right before us. In 1962, children would only get 5 different doses of the different things that are out there, whatever. And it was only 3 drugs. It was only for polio, smallpox, and again DPT. Now by 1983, again the year that my sister was born, we was up to 24 different doses. So it went from 5 and it went to 24. Like that's a huge number jump. You get what I'm saying? And that was 4 different drugs right there. I won't name all of those, but basically by 2018, 2016, 2018 or so, we are up to 72 doses. I'll say it again. 72. Like, that number is astronomical, y'all. You get what I'm saying? So the pumping this stuff inside of our babies is absolutely insane. We can attribute half of the problems that we have with, autistic children and different things of that nature. It comes from these jabs. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna land right there. I got much more that I want to. I don't want to, talk too much or whatever.
Let me go ahead and shout some people. Shout out to Greedy Vegan in the building. Shout out to you, Joel 512. Thank you for coming. DMAC, I appreciate you. Slay, I am so happy you here. And I hope when I drop the link, you have an opportunity to hit it because you have a beautiful, amazing story as well. Thank you, Sister Slay, for showing. Oh man, that made my heart. Yeah. Slay has, she's a beautiful person. But thank you guys for all showing up for this topic. So what I'm gonna ask Marco, you said so your sister's life changed drastically. So like with mine's, oh my God, my passion, if you don't know me before this YouTube in 2010, I love, 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 love to dance to the point where in high school I was the girl that made all the routines. I did dance routines. My cousins, we were laughing about this the other day. I was like, come on, we gonna do a dance routine. You can tell me that Janet Jackson, I know like all the moves from Janet Jackson, the Thriller video, and I love to dance. That's like my passion. When they told me that I would not be able to walk anymore. And when I start having the effects of this, oh man, I was like, I can't dance anymore. Like it really, really hurt me. And not only that, like I said, at the point where it got my hands at first, it affected my hands at first. That's the first thing that attacked was my hands, which eventually started attacking my shoulder, my neck. So there would be times where I couldn't even move my hands. I couldn't open up things. I had to really learn how to adjust to this lifestyle. And I really had really dark, dark moments and dark, dark times because I was just like, why me? I didn't understand like why it was happening to me. And I went into the pity pull, which, you can do. Um, and I really had to learn to how to adjust my whole way of living. I mean, and it was very, very challenging when I walked out that doctor and said, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and how dare you predict, say I'm gonna be dead by Friday. I mean, so soon, by 40 soon. I was like, how dare them? But I thought about it. If I uh, do exactly what they wanted me to do, the regimen, I probably would not be here. And what I could say to everybody, I am 11 years past that point of what they told me. And that's because I did lifestyle changes, which we'll go into that as well. But just know, people that are living or lifestyle changes as far as a disability or any health issue, that it can be very traumatizing, and you can really, really go into dark spaces, because I had those, and I covered mines with alcohol. And I really did. I drank. I called myself, I can drink and still a functioning alcoholic. That's what I can function. I would go to work, but I would go to work, and I worked two jobs. I was a bartender. So I would go to my regular job, and then I would go to my bartending job. But the liquor's right there. So, a good bartender is the one that drinks with the customer. So that was right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? So I really turned to that. So I'm going to stop right there and just ask you, how did it affect you and your family when that happened to your sister?
I guess the fact is exactly what you just said. My father to this day, my father is 83 years old, believe it or not. My father was like 40, yeah, he was like 39, 40 years old when I was born. And even him being 83 years old, he's still affected to this day. Like he literally still goes into, like you say, that dark space, you know what I mean? And that dark zone. And, ain't nothing like, I guess, seeing your child hurt, you know what I'm saying? And you the parent, you want to be able to take away the pain, and one of the worst things you could probably remember is your child being sick and you giving them, certain medicine, and then that's not healing. You get what I'm saying? So you mess around, I don't know, just for this occasion, this situation, rather, that you might have had to go to the doctor and get like an antibiotic type thing. And then once they get the antibiotic, they good. So can you imagine not having your hands on an antibiotic? You get what I'm saying? Not being able to, being able to soothe their pain, man. So, just over the years, just to see him especially go through it, it just breaks my heart. Him and my mother actually ended up splitting up because of what they did to my sister. You get what I'm saying? Like our whole family was
Mm,
really destroyed by this thing. Because, you got the stress of, as going to work every day, you still got to provide for yourself, and then meanwhile, yeah, you got this stress at home where, at home supposed to be your peace of mind, man. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be
mhm,
your place where you can unwind, to have no worries or whatever. So, you go to work and got stressed, and then you come home and got stressed.
mhm,
That thing eventually, take a toll on your body for real. So, um, yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Trust me. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, and I told myself I'm gonna make sure that I give a shout out to my parents. But yeah, super shout out to my parents, man. Super shout out to you. Super shout out to your children. Anybody that just stands by somebody with a, what I mean, a disability, some type of, I don't want to use the word handicap, but you get what I'm saying. Like
mhm,
anybody that's standing behind somebody, man. Like you got a special heart. You know what I'm saying? And my as my sister started to get older, for example, she became too much. You get what I'm saying? And luckily, my parents were blessed to be able to get certain monies because we sued them some bitches, and we won.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So basically, luckily, she was able to have certain funds that were available to her, and eventually, my parents were not only able to get her into a nursing home, but a good ass nursing home. Something that would really help her. So you know, I go inside of a nursing home. My point is this: is that I go inside of a nursing home, and there are other children that are in there, and their parents are not dead. They don't come visit them. They don't come around. They never show up for birthdays, Christmas, whatever holiday you want to say. They don't show up just for the fuck of it. You get what I'm saying? They don't never show up. And so big shout out. My point is to the people that can still stick around, hold down the fort. You get what I'm saying, and stand by.
mhm,
What I'm saying? That takes a super big heart. And I know there's people in the chat that can feel exactly what I'm saying. I can't see nobody's name enough, and shout out to everybody. Much love to everybody. Um, but yeah, y'all already know, man. This whole thing with this medical industry ain't easy, and I know we all have been through it one way or another. So I just try to stay on the up and up, man. And I want to start telling this story more and more because I feel like it's empowering people, just like your story. You empower me to even understand, for one, even what rheumatoid arthritis was. I never looked it up, to be honest with you. And the way you just broke it down, and the fact, like you was just saying, that you had to end up taking certain cancer medications and shit, like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
wow, fucking wow. So that goes to show you that these motherfuckers, they really don't give a fuck what they give you. You get what I'm saying? They will put anything in your body just as long, because like they say, they don't treat the actual problem itself. They just treat this, the
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? They just try and get the symptoms to go away. So, but and add on what you said for real, it's like, dude, well, if you pumping this shit in my body, but one of the side effects can be death. Like, are you serious right now?
Right, right. And she just said it nonchalantly too, Marco. I was like, wait a minute. And like I said, my response, this is really what my response is. And I don't want anybody to take offense, but because I'm just transparent. I said, so you mean I'm a be blind trying to walk to the bathroom, and when I get to the bathroom, I'm gonna have the shits, and then I could die. And then she was like, "Why you say it like that?" I said, "Because that's what I heard. That's
Exactly.
exactly
That's
what
the
I
way you
heard."
said
Yeah, that's. And she was like, she just sort of looked at me, and I was like, "Man, in my mind, I called that lady so many words. I was like, ain't this about nothing?" But
it. Fact.
I'm just saying, hey, AKD, thank you for showing up. Is Chrissy in the building? Hey, Chrissy, y'all, thank y'all. And I was so like irritated that the fact nobody was giving me like the end result was always there's no cure. There's no cure. Like nobody else was trying to do anything. It was just like there's no cure and you eventually gonna die. And I'm like, this is really messed up. Like
Yep.
my my mental, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just co-signing with you. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
It it
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I'm just with you. I'm just co-signing everything that you're saying because I can just concur. They did the same thing to my mother. At a certain point, you're supposed to be treating her for cancer, and then after a while, they say, well, there's really nothing else that we can do for her. Mind you, they know that there's certain concentrated oils that are out there that they know can literally, I don't want to use the C word, but they can help people very, very much. And they know good and well, you get what I'm saying, it's going to do something for them, but they won't point you in the right direction of that. At the time, marijuana wasn't even legal just yet, so we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
have the marijuana oils and whatnot. Even though I know how to make that too, by the way. Anybody that really needs some help, holler at me. I got you. I'm gonna teach you how to make it for yourself for
That would
real.
be me.
Showing up the concentrated oil, I know how to do that. I got you.
Okay.
But yeah, like, why they not telling the people that really need it anything about that? It goes to show you that they're not really in the business to heal people. They're in the business to make money,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you know they uh, they can easily tell you certain things, make certain things pass. If it's like, say it's a medicine that you really need, you won't get that medicine unless the doctor recommends that you can get that medicine.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
You
So
got
it's
to go
like,
to
yo,
referrals. Yep. Mm-hmm.
probably gotta be referrals. Like, matter of fact, it was a TV show not too long ago that they had on. They ain't leave that shit on long. I think it's off now, but basically it was this doctor. He had his own little hospital thing running or whatever, and he's out there literally healing people. And people are like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because this is unheard of for real. They not in the business to make they in the business to make money. They're not in the business to really heal people. They know good and well that just the cancer industry alone is $1 trillion industry. That's just cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Just cancer. We're not even talking about everything else. So yeah, I'm gonna land right there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to go along, because I said, it affects you and your parent. So on the other side of it, I was the parent. Um, me and my when I was diagnosed with it, I was married, and that was not the reason why we are not together. So let's not put that out there. So when I was diagnosed, I was married, but when it started taking a turn for the worse. I wasn't married, and this is another thing that I had said the other day. Stress can affect you tremendously. I know that with me having rheumatoid arthritis, I was taking on a lot of stress and not letting it out and not releasing. And then the fact that my mental state was like, well, I'm going to die anyway. So I was really trying to live my best life. Like I was out there like that. Well, forget it. Since I am about to die, I'm gonna, like I said, the alcohol. I only did alcohol and weed, y'all. I didn't do other things like so. Just let's put that out there. And plus, I was already on prescription medication, so that was enough. I shouldn't even been drinking like that. But my mental state was so. I was the breadwinner for of my boys. They lived with me, and when my life started changing, I still was working, and I still work at the same job, and I'm very grateful because they see me transition. But when I actually talked to my sons about how they felt about the situation, it put a toll on them. But they were trying to be strong for me, and it was hard as a parent to be like, I can't do the things that I used to do. I can't. I need you to go grab this for me. Even to the point they had to help me to the bathroom. I had to learn how to take care of myself, hygiene in a whole different way, and it was difficult, you know. And I had to really I just really spoke about this like a couple of years ago, how it really affects me. I opened up to my family on my 50th birthday to let them know, hey, I should have been telling y'all what was going on in my brain and the things that I was feeling. But I really didn't tap into that because I was the strong one. I was the one in the family. I'm the oldest grandchild. So that was a toll. And then I'm the one in the family that has to pay these bills, make sure my sons, I had them active in football, make sure they're getting to school and all that, and not be able to move or accordingly was hard, but I kept a lot of it inside because as a parent, I was like, what are my kids going to do without me? That's the thought I had. I was like, oh my God. So it was just, like I said, that alcohol. I was like, forget it. Let's drink, let's drink. That's what it was
Right.
for me. So like as a parent, going through a change in your life, you don't want to, and I didn't want to be a burden. That's what it was to anybody, to the point where I stopped dating. I stopped just everything because I was like, nobody's going to want me. I don't want to be a burden. People are going to look at me different, and so forth. So I just kept all that inside, and it really affected me mentally. But we're going to go into, what I did to change that. But definitely, definitely the struggle of learning how to walk in when I do, well, I will get to that point. Being in the wheelchair and seeing how people are rude out here. Oh my God, people are rude. Like just it's a different world when you have a wheelchair or have to be on a scooter or a cane. People aren't nice out here. You know what I'm saying? And I consider myself one of them people person. I was. My kids used to tease me. They'd be like, Mom, you're so famous that you know everybody. We can't go nowhere in Colorado and people did not know me. And I went into hermit mode and started drinking and eating. I'm going to have a steak and lobster every day if I can. I mean, I'm going to live my best life. But definitely, as a parent, I felt bad because I was like, I don't want my kids. I want them to have their life. I had sons. I want them to be able to, get married, not worry about me. And so it was very hard. Shout out to Warfare K. So yeah, just to put that out there on the other spectrum of it, a parent going through it and you seeing your kids, they were young men, young adults. They seen it when I was younger, but it didn't start making a change until like 2015. That's when it started affecting my legs. I was sitting at home and they had to carry me up the stairs to take me to the hospital because I couldn't move my legs. And it was like, okay, this is real. This is real. So just, the other aspect of it as, a parent going through it, definitely. There's a lot of people in the chat saying a lot of things and I see you and thank you guys. And even like AKD said, mental health is, whew, I had mental, I didn't realize I had mental as well.
Well, If I could, that's the perfect time for me to jump in. I ain't gonna lie to you
Yep.
because
Go
that's
ahead.
exactly, look, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's crazy. No, because I agree with what you're saying. You said that basically the stress of it all, right? So
Mhm.
you talk about that basically your doctor is sitting there telling you they're giving you a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? And look what that's doing to your mental health. You know, it's the same way
Mhm.
how we talk about these placebo effects, right? They giving you sugar pills, but they telling you this thing gonna cure you. You get what I'm saying? But it's just sugar, right? So it goes to show you that the power of your mind. You got to be able to heal your mind before you can heal your behind, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You can't go out here and really be able to heal yourself until you're right on the inside first, and then you can bring that blessing on the outside of you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. Like that's some deep shit right there for real. And I guess that's what my pops ain't been, ain't really got through yet for real. He gotta be able to
Mhm.
heal himself mentally for real and understand that this shit wasn't your fault. Um, the point I guess is kind of similar to something I was saying on Brother Nasir channel the other day. We kind of tend to be a little we kind of beat up our elders a little bit because we frustrated. We know the shit ain't right. We tired of the church, we tired of the schools, we tired of the government, we tired of everything that's around us. But they did the best that they could do with the knowledge that they were allowed to get. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They didn't have the blessing of being able to, have the internet and have these certain libraries accessible, to them or whatever. So we just got to realize it's all about knowledge. Knowledge is literally empowerment for real. And you see what happens as you turn down, and we can do that with anything in life. They offer you something, you can throw that shit the fuck back. I say it all the time. Eat the meat, spit the bone. If that shit don't resonate with your soul, throw that shit the fuck back. Just that simple. And it obviously didn't resonate with your soul. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna find my own way. And again, shout out to you to being able, being able to even do that for real. Because a lot of people can't do that. Again, it starts in the mind, starts in your heart. You gotta know for sure that you able to, you know what I'm saying, uprise over this bullshit. Um,
Mhm.
Shout out to you, Mama D, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
appreciating the conversation. I do wanna if I could, I wanna tell you about these jabs too, and why I'm so sensitive about these jabs as well. I want to come back to a couple of notes that I took on a
Okay.
on a regular jab. And look, this goes into too because certain medicines that are being pumped inside of you. It's not just about the jabs; it's about the medicine as a whole. What is it that's on
Mhm.
the inside of this shit that they're trying to put inside our bodies? You get what I'm saying? So one of the matter of fact, I want to give y'all these two websites on anybody that's had any troubles on the jab or whatever. One is the NVIC.org. Again, NVIC.org. That's National Vaccine Information Center.org. And then you also have LearnTheRisk.org. Again, Learn the Risk. So basically, Learn the Risk, they broke down a beautiful thing about these jabs, which was not, it's not beautiful, but it's beautiful that they were able to outline all the different poisons and chemicals that's on the inside of these jabs. So long story short, I'm gonna read this list real fast. So look, we already know we talked about the aborted fetal cells. We already know that was inside of the
Mhm.
seed, inside of the sequence.
Mhm. Mhm.
Also mercury. If people didn't know, mercury is a cancerous metal. Like if it touches your skin, it will literally give you cancer right away. So why the hell is it inside of a jab? Aluminum, E. coli, MSG. Somehow Chinese people know not to put that shit inside of their food, but yet they don't know not to put that shit inside the backbones.
Right. Right.
What the fuck is that about? Formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is the same shit they put
Mhm.
inside of people. Your mortuary, he'll put formaldehyde inside of the people.
Mhm.
That's also inside of olives too, by the way, all of you olive eaters. But you got barium, you got genetically modified soy, genetically modified yeast. You got spermicide. Bro, not calling you bro, but bro, spermicide
Yeah.
is inside of KY jelly. Are you serious right now? What the
Mm,
fuck?
mm, mm.
There's spermicide inside of these daggone jabs. All right, let me keep going. Hold on. Monkey kidney cells and animal parts in general. Pig's blood. Sorbitol. If I'm mistaken, isn't sorbitol inside of chewing gum?
Mhm.
All right. Latex rubber. We already know a lot of us have reactions to
To latex. Yeah.
them things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Keep it PG. Uh, insect cells, Polysorbate 20 and polysorbate 8. Those are all the ones that I was able to see. That's 17 different things that definitely do not belong inside of your body.
Mm.
My uncle would always say, if you read the back of something that has the ingredients or whatever, and if some names that you can barely pronounce, that shit don't belong inside of your body. You get what I'm saying? If you can't even pronounce the name of what it is or whatever, yeah, it's letting you know it's harmful for you. And
Mm-hmm.
just as a whole, I'm just looking at it like, yo, this is what they doing. It don't matter what the medicine is. It don't matter what the ailment is. They are literally backdoor way trying to give you something that's going to hurt your body. There's a book out there that's called, uh, I think I'm saying it right. It's called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, or maybe it's Quiet Weapons for Silent Wars. One of the other. But basically, they breaking down. It's a little manual, and they breaking down how everything in your house is detrimental for your health. So it don't matter if it's your little heater, your little space heater that you keep in your room, your microwave, your oven, your toaster oven, your AC system. All of that shit is pushing some type of chemicals into your body all in one time. You get what I'm saying? So slowly but surely, they literally trying to kill us. And that's what people don't get. So
Mm-hmm.
stop looking to these people. People literally treat doctors like gods. You know what I'm saying? If that makes
Mm-hmm.
The doctor's not your God, bro. Stop sitting here looking at him like he gonna save you or lead you out of the fire or some shit. He not. He lead you into the fire. The true health is inside of yourself. It's inside of your spirit. You got all the answers that you need inside. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm a lamb right here too. I uh I was allergic to something, Miss D, and I didn't know what it was. So I was in a meditation and I kept asking myself for 5 days straight. I went at the same time every day. I got up every day, 7 o'clock early in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and meditate every day. And I asked myself the same question for 5 days straight. What am I allergic to? And they're going to show if I ain't heard myself scream out to me and said, wheat. Like I literally heard my higher self yell to me,
Mm.
wheat. And they're going to show if I ain't took wheat out of my diet, I don't feel no, you know what I'm saying, no inflammation, no allergic reactions. Come to find out, I'm gluten intolerant, or you know what I'm saying? Like I can't mess with the gluten or whatever no more. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy. My point is, you can find out the answer if you just keep asking yourself the same answer at least for 7 days straight. They say do 7 days. I got my answer at the fifth day for real. Go
Mm-hmm.
deep into yourself. Ask yourself what's going on with your body. Your body will answer you. You will have certain things that come up even on the television, and even people that you talk to, and certain, you get what I'm saying, certain signs that's going to come along and let you know
Mm-hmm.
it's not good for your body, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I land right there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So to actually go into that, like, I left that hospital, the doctor's office, and like I didn't know what I was gonna do at all. I didn't know. So like I said, I was still indulging in eating and alcohol and doing certain things. And like my son, King of Higher Self, he seen, like he was like, my mom doesn't know what she's gonna do. He was like, I don't know. He was like, I have to heal my mom. But in the process of that, we'll get to that. I had to go into a different space because I was like, and let me go ahead and say, put this out there. When I was diagnosed with this illness, I was like 250 pounds. I want to put this out here. That's the biggest I ever been because the medication, one of the medications that I had to take, which is a very good medication. I'm not going to lie. It makes you, I mean, I could walk and do everything. I'm not going to say what the name is, but it's a steroid, and I would never not be hungry. I would eat, 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 eat. I was able to walk and able to move, but the side effects was eat. I mean, I would never get full, and I was like, oh my god. So I gained a lot of weight, and I'm a short girl. I'm 4'11", so 250 pounds is big. So I was like, in my mind, this is what I said: if I'm going to be crippled or not going to be able to walk, I need to lose this weight because that's just going to make it worse for me. So that's where my basis started because I was like, okay, if I'm going to have to be this way, I know that this weight is not going to be good. And this is where King of Higher Self started tapping into things. But the first thing that I had to do, anybody that is dealing with an illness or helping somebody, I had to get my mind right. None of this that I'm going to discuss and start saying to you would have worked if I did not tap into my mind and really be like, okay, D, you are in control. You can fix this. The creator made us to heal our bodies because they wasn't doing all this stuff back in the day. They wasn't taking all these pills. So in my mind, I was like, our bodies can heal ourselves itself. If you get a cut in your finger, it can heal on its own. You don't have to go to the doctor for that. I had in my mind that the creator put in with me that I can heal myself. My body has the ability. I put in my mind, and this is my thoughts, everybody, that the creator put in me that I can heal myself. And that's where my healing process started. I was like, okay, now what did I do from here? And what is the things that I have to do? So, hey, Voodoo Child, thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. So, this is when I had to do a whole lifestyle change. This is when that actually came in. I'm getting ready to drop the link too because I see my son's in the chat just in case. But this is where I had to start making changes in it was about the weight because I really was like, mm-mm. And, you know, I was like, I don't want to be this weight. And I know that weight affects your knees. So I was like, okay, the little bit of walking that I do, I'm going to figure it out. So I actually had started this journey for me. It's been 8 years. I had started off, of course, getting rid of pork. That was the first thing, which I really didn't eat a lot of it. Well, I mean, I had my moments, but I did eat all of the pig, though. I was one of them women that my husband was raised in Arkansas, so we ate the pig, and I mean, we definitely ate.
They call that from the rooter to the
Rooted
tutor.
to the tutor. Yep. I ate that, but then I was like, something doesn't seem right about that. You know what I mean? So I took that out of the way. And then I was like, I'm going to eat. I love a good steak. I love the good steak. But then I started seeing things about steak. Kinga herself was like, nah, steak ain't even good. I was like, what the, what the, and I noticed the difference when I got rid of, so my first process was I got rid of beef and pork and basically became a pescatarian. What a pescatarian is turkey, chicken, and fish. So I definitely started seeing changes then. And I was still, now this was the key. Before I got really, really bad, I was very active in exercising, moving. I went to cycling classes. This is why I have rheumatoid arthritis. I was very, very active. But when I started going into that dark space, I stopped exercising. So I stopped moving, and that made the progression of my illness, along with the stress of life as well. That's why I say it's a mental thing too. Your mentality has a lot to do with it as well. But I became a pescatarian, and I did that from, I want to say, to 2018. In 2018, I moved to Vegas, and I wasn't able to walk and so forth like I used to, and had to go back to Colorado because something had happened, in our family. And in order to get my mind off what was going on, I said, I'm just not, I went into the hospital because something happened to my son. And I said, I'm not eating meat anymore because I needed something to distract me from what was going on with him. And it was funny because my dad just looked at me like, "What you mean?" I said, "I'm not eating meat. I'm not going to eat meat anymore. I'm done. I'm done with meat. I'm good." Like I just decided that was my way to distract me from what the stresses of life that it was going on. And welcome to the platform. I'm so honored, Slay. Are you there,
Hi,
Slay?
how are you?
Oh my God, Slay, thank you. I was going to reach out to you. So that just shows how the power of manifestation, because I was like, oh, I really want Slay to hit the platform because if you're comfortable, I want you to tell your story for me if you're comfortable as much as you want us to know. But I'm going to stop because you're on here. Meet Marco. This is Marco Power. and this
Hello,
is
Marco.
Slay.
Hey,
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you, guys. Pleasure to meet you.
If you want to chime in or tell your story, because you have a beautiful story, and if anybody sees, drop her link in the chat because she's very. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into that yet. But Slay, if you want to chime in, go ahead for me.
Okay, well, I don't mind sharing my testimony. Thank you very much, first of all, for inviting me on panel, and Happy New Year's to everyone.
Thank you.
Um,
Likewise.
so 45 years ago, I was born with spina bifida. My parents didn't know, but my dad had a discernment that something was wrong. And so my mom would go to the hospital, to the doctor's appointments, and she would say, "Oh, the baby is fine. I'm fine." Because my father kept asking, "Are you okay? Is the baby okay?" And this was like back in 1978. So, of course, they didn't have the technology that they have today where they can go into the mother's womb and close up the spine, because spina bifida is a birth defect where babies are born with their spinal cord exposed. And there are different forms of spina bifida. And what was told to my parents that I had the worst form of spina bifida, which is called myelomeningocele. And so I had fluid around my brain and spine. They also told my parents that I only had 3 days to live at birth. But by my parents being believers in God, um, they heard what the doctor said. But I always say you can hear what the doctor say, but you don't have to accept what the doctor say.
Mhm.
Because God has the final say of everything. And so my parents, they wanted to take me to church and have the pastor pray over me. And the doctors was like, well, she needs this surgery, because they wanted to place a shunt in my head to drain the fluid from my brain, because they were saying that if I didn't have this surgery, I was going to die in 3 days. And so, um, while all this was happening, we are all human. And sometimes we do ask God, why? So my
Mhm.
mom asked, she said, "God, why? Why me? Why her? Why us?" And she said, God quickened her spirit, and he said, "Why not her? Why not you?
Mm.
Why not the family?" And so what I take from having spina bifida is that God put us through a test. Life is a test, to be honest. And so I was just born with my test. And he
Mm.
wants to see, as I grow older, to see if I'm going to trust him for healing. Because in the Bible, and I'm sorry for preaching, but in the Bible it does say it's healing is the children's bread. And I know there are something out there that will heal my body. But until then, I'm going to keep sharing my story because it's important. And um and I'm not going to sit here like everything was cool and whatever. It's not cool. Having a disability is not cool. And you have to go through a lot of things as you grow older. The doctors ain't who they are anymore. They try to tell you how your body feels, and you've been living with this for 45 years, but they want to tell you what to do. So I'm just, you know, grateful that I can encourage somebody else, because I mean, it was a lot that the doctors was telling my parents I was not going to be able to function with children. They told my parents that they should put me in a home, and and because I wasn't gonna last 3 days, and if I do, and after the surgery, they wanted to put that shunt in my head. They said I still wasn't going to last but a year. And then they went up on age 16, then it was 26, then it was 34, and I'm
Mhm.
over here like 45 years old, going on 46, you know. So
Mhm.
doctors don't know, they can only predict, you know. I've had days where, I have mental um health issues as well, because when I was younger, you know, I used to get bullied about my situation.
Mhm.
And it wasn't because I was in a wheelchair. Spina bifida also causes bladder control problems.
Mhm.
And I used to be teased about that. And I still do sometimes, and I try to ignore it because I feel like this is a grown person judging me because I have this issue. And
Mhm.
you never know. I mean, we all gonna get old and stuff gonna start leaking on
Mhm.
you, you know?
Mhm.
So I'm just like, okay, and I used to always say, oh, well, I'm not gonna date a man because I don't feel like bothering, being
Mhm.
bothered by a person who's gonna judge me because of my issue.
Mhm.
Either you're gonna be there for me or just leave me alone. I mean, that's how I felt. So, um, but I'm grateful that I live on my own. I graduated from high school. I do have caregivers. That's my sister and my nephew. They come over here to help me out. My parents come over and they help me out. So I'm totally against nursing homes because I I had the worst experience.
Mhm.
And I showed those people because they will always tell me, some of the staffs there, oh, you're never gonna go back home. Oh, yes, I am. I'm coming home. I'm gonna get my own place. That's what's gonna happen.
I know
And
that's right.
um so I guess when they had a new person to that was over the staffs, she didn't like the fact that I had a mouthpiece. And I would tell everything that was happening to me in the nursing home because there was one incident when I was in the nursing home, and uh they sat there and sent me to the hospital because I was sick, and they did not call my parents. So I called my parents. I had my cell phone. I said, Mom, I'm in the hospital. She said, No, I didn't know that. I said, Yeah, I've been in the hospital for 2 days. She said, What? Yeah. So I knew then that I was gonna get out because she don't like people to tell on them. So um she told me the lady told me one time, um, there's no reason for you to be here. Oh yeah, I know that, dude. I said, but I'm looking for an apartment. I can't go back home with my parents. It's not accessible. And besides, at the time I was 39 years old. I was hitting 40. I want my
Mhm.
own place. So she said, okay, and they do have some kind of program that'll help you get your own place. And that's what God did. I prayed about it and I asked him the kind of apartment that I needed and where I wanted to be close to my family so they can get to me and it's convenient. And he did just that. I've been living in my own apartment for 6 years.
Mm,
So,
that's wonderful. That's
and
wonderful.
I'm telling you, people they can live on their own.
Mhm.
It's just that we got to do it differently from other people.
Mhm.
If, hey, if I could, real sis, real fast, sis, I just want to say thank you. You definitely inspired me just from your story. Like for real, like we don't understand. I guess people who don't have any ailments or don't have any, anything going on with our health, we don't realize all the time that we waste. This is why I guess I get so upset when I hear our brothers and sisters sitting there arguing with each other in these chats and going back
Mhm.
and forth. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, we ain't got no
Yes.
time for that, man. Like, did y'all just hear what this woman just said? You get what I'm saying?
That part,
Uh,
Marco. Mhm.
so
Yeah.
we ain't got no time for the BS, man. We gotta literally sit here and act like this is a new year. I know it ain't the new year yet. I know all my technical brothers, you feel me? Technical
Right.
sisters. Yeah. I just want to say happy fiscal new year because it's all about this money right now. But look, we gonna allow this money to serve us though. You get what I'm saying? By the way, money is a neutral item. We gonna allow this shit to serve us. We literally gotta build our own community. Get out of this shit with these doctors and all this other. You get what I'm saying? All this shit that ain't serving us, man. And
Right.
take advantage of your talents. Take advantage of the things that God, or if you don't believe in God, that's fine. Whatever your higher self. Take
Mhm.
advantage of things that you can do. Take advantage of your creativity for it. To hear y'all stories, look, you just gave me enough motivation, I swear, for 2024 and beyond, as Philly would say.
That's our phrase. Go.
You feel me? As Philly would
Yeah.
say, showing up like
Yeah.
2024 and beyond, man. Like, look, realize what you got to offer this world. Offer that shit, man, and let's do us, y'all. You feel me? Like for real, like what you just said touched my heart. I thank you, sister, for real. I'm gonna go ahead and mute up again. But no, I appreciate what you just said for real because it just lets you know, stop taking your life for granted. Stop sitting there acting like you got all the time in the world. Your monkey ass could check out tomorrow for real. And if that's the case and you ain't been doing nothing, you gonna die ain't did shit. You get what I'm saying? So with all that being said, stop acting like we got all the time in the world because we don't. We getting older, man. You know what I'm saying? The time is moving fast as hell
And
right now.
yep.
I know y'all feel it.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
And um, another quick story. A few years ago, I got my leg amputated because with spina bifida, it causes some paralysis in your legs and feet, and um, it varies too. Like you can be paralyzed from your neck down. You can be paralyzed from your hip down, and mine's is like hit or miss on my body. So I didn't know prior to my leg being amputated, I had a wound, and that was the reason why I had went to the nursing home because I needed that treatment. And so um, I didn't know that wound opened. So when it
Mhm.
opened, it went to the bone, and then they told me that I had to get my leg amputated. Well, I immediately went into prayer. I called my parents, and we all prayed. But I felt like I don't want to make myself any sicker than what I was. And, if it needs to be amputated to save my life, then I would have to take on this journey too. And so that taught me a lesson as well that, you know, trust God and God only because, you know, it he's just amazing. I believe in miracles. I do. And I feel like one of these days I won't have spina bifida because
Let's talk. Yeah,
there might be
you're right. Mhm.
yeah, there's a cure out there. I won't
Mhm.
have to take any medicine or anything like that.
Mhm.
And then I won't have to worry about trying to find doctor's office if it's accessible for me, for me to get on and off the table and not have to worry about people looking at me like how am I gonna get this lady because I'm not gonna lie, I
Yeah.
am a plus size woman, but I can move. I can get
Mhm.
in and out my chair by myself. So eh, I just try to stay encouraged. I try to keep my head up above water and I pray every day because it's not easy. It's not easy, but God brings me through everything.
Yeah. Let me do some shout outs real quick and I'm gonna tell you what inspired me about you, Slay, because you know how we met. But shout out to Antisocial, King Genocide, Keith West, Juanita. I thank you for coming. I don't know you, but I see you're doing good, positive energy in here. And Just Jay, thank you, sis, for showing up as well. So I met Slay over on Kimash, my sis Kimash channel, and we play music over there. And I seen her name, and Kimash was like, "Yes, she has." She was telling me, and me and Slay, I think the connection was first of all, I was very, very impressed because you are married, correct, Slay? Is that what?
No, I'm
Are
not
you
married.
married? Oh, okay,
No.
okay, I thought you were. Um, I was impressed because if you go to her page, and if y'all could drop her link again, this woman crochets and does so many different things. She does different reviews, and she is very, very beautiful. I was very, very impressed. She did not allow this, from what I see, just as a first person looking. I was like, you made me feel like what I have is nothing. Real talk. I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna complain. I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? And then other things that you have going on, that we talked about. But you were so inspiring to me to make me be like, hold on, girl, there's somebody worse than you. And not that you want to say that, but we do have to take that time and be like, be grateful for our situation. You understand
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And when I seen how you move and I seen how you had that face beat, girl, and I was like, and she be dressing and she don't have no shame getting on camera, y'all. And her
Mm-mm.
talent, her talent is so wonderful. So check her out, check her channel out. She's such an inspiration. I'm glad she was able to hit the panel because I kept saying I need to reach out to Slay. I need to, and I was like, oh man, because me and Marco had rescheduled this, and I was like, I didn't have opportunity. So it's an honor and a privilege to have you up here to tell your testimony. And I'm just telling you the energy and just to see. So me and Slay be in the chat dancing, y'all, because we both can't do what we be like really in there tearing it up, y'all. You gonna see us. And she had cracked me up because what we were in there, and she's like, I'm spinning around in my chair right now, jamming. And I was like, let's go, Slay. And her spirit was just so good. So definitely sub up to her, you guys.
And
She has some other,
I do for real.
I
Be
know.
dancing in my chair, and my mom
I
be like,
believe.
"Girl."
Thanks, Six Dubs, for showing up. And Brenda, thank you. Yes, so you are definitely one of those ones. And there's many others, like I've heard stories of different people. I didn't get to reach out to everybody, but I'm really wanted to reach out to you because it really made me be like, girl, you is tripping. Ain't that, look at you. You could still function. And like to go into that, it's because I did change like my eating habits and so forth. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Slay, I just admire you and your courage. And let's keep putting out these positive messages. And I'm gonna say to you, sister, I know there is a cure because I don't believe nothing they say. Like I have to be good because YouTube be tripping. Cause I'll be like, shout out to OG Philly, cause we go in, and Marco know we go in and we get in trouble and strike, cause we know I know the power is within you. We have to
Mhm.
use the things around us that we have to use to get that. But I know can't nobody tell me there ain't no cure to certain things because if you got money, oh, they definitely gonna find it. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah.
Like they gonna
Mhm.
say, oh, if we was millionaires, I'd probably be walking, moving, you be doing, you know what I'm saying? But because we don't have that, what we have is ourselves in our mind, and that's far more richer than money because nobody can heal you but you. Like the saying up here says, the healing starts inside. You are the
Mhm.
one that can heal you mentally, physically, spiritually, all that is in
Yeah.
you. And that's where we have to go with that. But Slay, I appreciate you so much, your testimony and You are such, you inspired me. Like when I was like, what? I'm going to go. I went over that night, I think, when I met you and started looking at your page. I was like, I'm subscribed and I'm checking you out. And I was just, it was such an inspiration. And like I said, I have many, many other, like the word. I don't know if you guys know the word, but he's, they say he says he's technically blind. You would never know. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that on social media that have these issues. I can speak for myself as well because being around my sister circle and people that they forget sometimes. I'd be like, I can't do that, or y'all gotta wait a minute, or they be like, D, because I don't, which you don't do as well, live in that. We don't dwell and say and feel sorry for ourselves. Now we have days, because I have days where I be and I stay to myself, but I don't
Mhm.
let this. I if my intro had a saying that said that disability people with disabilities have superpowers, and I believe that. So when
Mhm.
I'm walking around with my cane, and let me tell you, I got all kind of canes, y'all. I be flossing. I don't play. And you in your chair, we gonna be the best version because I didn't seen you of what we can be. I said, if I gotta
Mhm.
be in a wheelchair, if I gotta walk a certain way, I'm gonna be the best, the finest, the flyest one you ever see. And that's the that's the mentality that I have. And
Right.
that's what helps me. Like I changed my hair. I'm fly. I don't care. I'll do everything. Like people thought I really got into makeup and lipstick and things because my lips, the rheumatoid arthritis, makes your lips very, very, very dry, and they were peeling. So
Mhm.
when those color lipsticks came out, people thought I was doing it for a trend, but it was really because I my lips were really bad, and you could see, and it was bad. But the dark lipsticks and the different color lipsticks. So my brother, rest in peace to Craig at the time, he was like, "Sis, you the only one I know," or she didn't. He said, "You can pull that off. I can wear a lime green or a purple or a blue lipstick." And have it coordinate with my whole outfit. He'd be like, girl, but people thought that it was just to coordinate with my outfit, but I was really doing it because my lips, but it worked out. So whatever talent or skill or thing that you embrace yourself in is for your healing as well. So
Yeah, that's true. Cause you know what? The first time I went into the nursing home, I've been through two. One was too far, and the other one was uh not the last one that I just came from. That was in Oak Park, Illinois. So, but the one that was too far, um, they allowed me to work the front desk. So I would go and answer phone calls and everything. But before I had went and sit at that desk, I was beating my face too. Like I
right.
looked around, I'm like, I'm not finna give myself up like these folks up in here. No, I'm gonna comb my hair. I even had my god sister come and do my crochet braids. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna look like who did it and why.
Yep.
Every time when people come in and they look, they like, are you a resident or a visitor?
Mm-hmm.
Because I refused to let myself go. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was gonna
Absolutely.
get up out of there. I knew I was.
Mm-hmm. And I'm oh, Marco, you guys say so. Are you saying? Go ahead.
No, my fault. I was just gonna say, because you were talking about what you had posted on the, on the intro or whatever, and I even wrote it down because I thought it was great. You're not disabled by your disabilities you have. You are able by the abilities you have.
Right.
That was that was a motherfucking mic drop. You heard me? that, that was a mic drop. Like, I mean, it's just that simple. Like, don't the glass is not half empty. The glass is half full, right? And
Mm-hmm.
as the old head told me, she said, "Baby, my cup runneth over." I said, "I know
Hmm.
that's." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's right. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, we gotta stop focusing on the negativity, the positivity, and that's why both of you beautiful ladies are still here today for real because y'all chose to focus on the positive side of life and to say you motherfuckers don't dictate to me what what I mean, what the fuck gonna happen when it's gonna happen. I dictate that,
Right.
and
Right.
that's the
Mhm.
true meaning of being a god or a goddess right there. And I just land right there, man. That's fire. I love y'all for real.
Thank
Y'all
you,
inspire me,
thank
man.
you. Yeah, when you have that confidence in yourself, because can't nobody tell me. And shout out to Brenda, because she'd be like, "Did y'all see D on Instagram, her outfit?" And I am a dresser. That's what I do. I'm a coordinate from head to toe, and it has not stopped, y'all. I don't care. Like I said, if you look at some, I have the blinged out canes. My family, then I'm gonna still be fly. I said, you know what? I'm just the flyest one of these. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I go out there, and when I do go out, well, that has changed within thanks to Kinka Higher Self getting me back to my son. He got me back into exercising. And that's why I said last year I had so many different joys in my life outweighed the negative because
Mhm.
at the end of the year, like Marco just said, I posted a video on YouTube and I'm dancing. And I had, my son knew what the progress was, but I didn't really tell the family. And I got up and it was a Mary J song because I love Mary J. Blige. And I did a little quick video where I come through and I'm moving and dancing and I'm really working on walking. I said, if I can move and do this, I'm going to walk. So I've
Mhm.
been doing it without the cane, y'all. When I go out, I take it because, like my kids said, be safe. They don't want me to trip and fall. I drive. People, I don't know where people think I don't drive, but I do. Like people come up with the wildest things. Like I had a roommate, my cousin, which she came and lived with me, and now she moved out, and everybody's like, "Well, how's D gonna function?" She's like the same way she was functioning before I moved in with her. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it's there's this perception that if you have a disability or that you can't do certain things. No, I can't do certain things like hang my TV up, but neither can my cousin that don't have a problem because we need somebody to
Right.
come over here. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just like the thing. And so many people's like when she moved, they were like, "Oh my God, you moved! Like, what is D gonna do?" She was like, "D takes care of herself, and I do. I cook, clean, and all that. It just takes me a
Mhm.
little longer. It just takes me a
Yeah.
little longer, and that's okay. People,
Yeah.
let's get out of the perception that we don't know how to do things for ourselves. We need help just like any other woman or person would need. And like I said, when we needed this TV hung up, she couldn't do it. We had to call somebody to come over here and do it. If we needed a piece of furniture that we can't lift, we had to call somebody. But as far as life, I live it and adapt it to the way that I have to do that.
Mhm.
And that's really like what I want to start really doing, Slay, get with you and Marco, and let's really start having like things where we show people what we do and how we maneuver. My cousin told me I should have did this a long time ago because she was like, "Girl, you find such a clever ways just to do things," and I do. I find
Mhm.
very clever ways how to cook, how to clean, and how to do things, and I do that on my own.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoy the help. I'm not gonna say that I enjoy the help, but I can
Mhm.
do that on my own. So oh,
Yeah, because
I
your
spoke the
help
word
might be
hi
gone
the
and
word. Hmm.
your help might be gone home or something. And that's what people don't realize. I've heard people tell me, you always want to do something for yourself. You need to
Hmm.
have somebody to help you. Look, I have some help, but I
Hmm.
would like to try it myself. See, I'm that type of person. I try things before I ask.
Me
I'm
too.
I'm aware that closed mouth don't get fed. I
Hmm.
I understand that. But let me try it. Let me
Hmm.
do it. And if I can't do it, then I will ask. But I
Right.
found some clever ways too. I'm kind of clumsy. I'll be dropping stuff all over the floor. I take the broom and sweep it up, and then There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
off the
already
flow.
know. I
Hey,
already know.
hey, if I could really quickly, I want to give a shout out to all the ladies, especially that have autistic children, and
Yes, there's some in the
uh,
chat. Mm-hmm.
no doubt. And the reason why too is because if you notice what a autistic child does a lot of times, you know how
Mhm.
it take us, like we'll get to our 18th birthday, 16th, 18th, 25th birthday, and then we finally realize what the fuck we supposed to be doing here on this round.
Mhm.
That autistic young man or young lady, they already knew what they were supposed to do at 2 or 3.
Exactly.
You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like they already
Mm-hmm.
knew. So when this sister just said that she was born with the test, I heard what you said. I'm listening. I'm in the background taking notes. You heard me. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel the same way about my sister to the point to where she taught me to be so humble. I'm gonna tell you another thing I don't like. I would have been your best friend in school for real because I hate bullies. I will beat the shit out of
Me
bullies. You hear
too.
me?
Me too.
Oh, oh my God. I hate me a bully.
The word, if you have an opportunity, I would like for you to hit the panel. I just, man, tell you powerful. You heard me just mention the word, y'all. He's in the chat. So anyway, go ahead, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say.
It,
The
it,
way it works.
it's just that, Mama D, like for real. Like I hate a bully for real. Like you literally got the time. Look, if you doing what I just said a couple minutes ago, if you taking the time to appreciate all your blessings and everything that you can do, how you got time to down me? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say that
Exactly.
again. I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
it again.
Say it
If
again.
you
Mhm.
doing what you supposed to be doing, how you got time to down me? Like you a miserable motherfucker, obviously for real, because you taking the time to down me. Misery love company. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can even look at a person and down them like,
Okay, the
look,
word. Mm-hmm.
it hurt. Excuse my French too. Excuse my language, ladies. But you know, as much as I hurt behind my sister, at the same time I appreciate the situation too because it allowed me again to count more blessings, to realize, you know what I'm saying, certain things, yo, everybody just don't have, bro, and you need to really be thankful. Gratitude is the attitude. That's the only way you really gonna be able to
Mm-hmm.
get anywhere, anyway. You get what I'm saying? For you to go to that next level, you gotta have gratitude. If you don't even appreciate, look, how you gonna get a new car if you don't even appreciate the car that you got now?
Hmm.
How you get what I'm saying? How you gonna get in?
Mm-hmm.
You know, get better in anything, and understanding or wisdom or anything for real if you don't even appreciate what you know right now. Come on, man. It's just that simple.
Exactly.
I
Hey,
land
Gabe. Thank you for showing up, Gabe. Appreciate you.
Yes, I
Yes,
agree.
I agree with, and I'm Slay. So I am a very, very independent person. So I had to actually learn because my life changed. I was good until about 2018. That's when it changed. So it's new. But I'm used to doing everything. When I tell you we didn't need nobody to help move us because I'm telling the boys and I'm helping them lift stuff and do stuff. I'm very active and I'm here and going here and there and there. When I tell you that things happen for a reason, when you need to sit your butt down and you don't listen,
Mhm.
that's why I was like, my story goes deeper. There's so many. Sit your butt down, D. If you don't you didn't want to listen. And I'm not saying that that's what this is, but I had to learn to sit my butt down. And my aunt was like, stop. People would be like, I can help you with this. I'd be like, I got it, I got it. That's my answer. She said, if you don't stop turning your blessings away, these people is wanting to help you. But I was proving to myself that I got it, but not realizing that those people that were coming to help me was a blessing. That they would come and do that for me. Like I live in this apartment. These little kids upstairs come knock on my door. Can we take your trash out? I didn't ask for them to take my trash out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like,
Mhm.
sure, I'll go out there because I'll go walk out there. That's my walk for today. I'm gonna go take my trash out. But I had to really learn, like you said, humility and accepting the help because I'm very independent still to this day. My sons be like, sit down, mom, be grandma. That's what they be like, you know what I mean? And even with just not just doing things, but just like making decisions and talking. Like I realized I have to let them do that because I had to be there for so long. So it's very, you have to have humility with it as well when you your life, you have a life change, and just learn to accept the help as well,
Right.
and finding the love within yourself. And that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
all about self-love, because if I didn't have that love in myself, I can't worry about, and Slay, I know you can relate to this more than me. I can't worry about what somebody thinks or how I'm walking or how I look or nothing like that. So when I tell people, I'm going to say it, I don't give a fuck, it's for real.
Right.
Like it's real with me, because if I worried about what people was thinking, I would not make it in this world. I had to
Right.
really not give a fuck. Like that's a real
Right.
thing, y'all.
Right.
It's
And you
real.
know, my mother used to tell me all the time because I used to come home crying because I've been bullied at school, and I
Mhm.
actually used to, pretend like I was sick so I wouldn't have to go to school because I didn't want to be bullied. And it really messes with your mental, to be honest. But my
Mhm.
mother always told me, she said, never let nobody identify who you are. And that stuck with me. So I got better and better, and I started having more confidence, and my self esteem was fixed. I don't care what nobody say. And with that, as I get closer and have a relationship with God too, God said, it says in the Bible, when He made you beautiful in His image, in His likeness. So how I see that is I am the apple of God's eye. I don't care what nobody say. What a man says, it doesn't matter, because
Mhm.
honestly, man will fail you. And I don't mean like male
Right,
only,
right.
but I mean everybody. But God is still there. His love is still there. So I don't care what nobody say. You could call me cross-eyed, ugly, you know, fat. I don't care. But my
Mhm.
God loves me, and I am the apple of His eye. I don't care about what you say or how you feel about me. Look at yourself in the mirror before you
Right,
talk.
that part. That part.
Examine
Yes.
yourself.
Hmm. So Slade, let's I want to talk about this. And Marco, your sister's still around, right? She's in a nursing home, right? Marco.
No, no, my sister.
Oh,
That's actually something I want to talk about. If I
yeah.
could, quick,
I didn't know. I didn't, yeah, go ahead, and because we need to go
yeah,
to, yeah, go ahead, yeah.
I'm gonna break that down for you really quickly. I
Hmm.
lost my mom. My mom's in 2016. You know what I'm saying? Um, Real heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had to step up because I knew my father. Like I told you, he go through that depression, and I knew he wasn't gonna be able to be the one to step up for my younger sister. So I ended up having to step up for her. Um, so long story short, what's crazy is that she died almost 4 years to the date. She died a little over 4 years. My mother died 2/12/2016. My younger sister died 2/29/2020. She literally died 11 days before the pandemic was declared.
Mm.
If, if you notice, I just said she died 2/29. That date only comes along once every 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's leap year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My parents
Mm.
thought they scared. They thought I was going to be born on leap year for real. Because when I'm 43, I'll be like I'll be like a quarter of that age right now for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Mm-hmm.
it only come along once every 4 years or whatever. So long story short, she died 2/29, and basically I just took that as a sign within itself because I'm like, yo, she was special, really her whole, you know what I'm saying, her whole life, everything about her, special needs, special ways that she connects with you and talks to you for real. So only a special person would die on a day that only comes along once every 4 years. I
Let's
just thought
go.
that you
Let's
feel me?
go. Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was mind blowing. So shout out to my sister, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Got her name on my arm. If I could really quickly too, just to show you how I really feel some type of way about everything that we're talking about. My older sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's from my father's first marriage. Both of my parents been married before for real. And they found each other, and then they ended up having me and my little sister. You know what I'm saying? So I got an older sister. She my half sister. You know what I'm saying? We got the same father. So basically, she ended up going in for a back surgery. She come out of the back surgery and ended up basically not being able to walk.
Mm.
I have my older sister. I've been the whole time talking about my younger sister. I'm the middle child. That's what's wrong with me, y'all. I'm the middle child. It's all up. I'm gonna fuck wrong with me. But it's all up. But no, my older sister, she went through some similar shit for real. How you able to walk your entire life, and now you go in and have a surgery? You're supposed to, you
Mhm.
know, just simple back surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Now your ass can't even walk. She in a wheelchair right now.
Mm, mm,
I didn't
mm.
even talk about my older sister. The whole time I've been talking about my younger sister. Believe it or not, this shit crazy.
Mm, mm, mm.
This is probably why
Marco.
my father be going through what he be going through for real because
Wow.
he like nigga, you the only one that not me. I ain't trying to be funny. You the only one that can walk for real. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
I need you to be good, Mark. You feel me? Because you know my real name is Mark. You know Marco is my
Mm-hmm.
nickname. Marco. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he like I need for you to be good, and he really be meaning that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on his face when he telling me for real. Shit look like a whole movie. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. People don't understand. I get y'all. This whole build has been very wonderful for me, for real. Like, I'm hearing y'all and I'm feeling y'all. People don't get it until you realize, like, yo, you blessed to do everything you can do, bro, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Till people understand, I'm telling you, man. Like, and that's not to lessen y'all or lessen my family, lessen anybody. I'm trying to tell you, whatever you've been blessed with, bro, you better roll with that shit and appreciate that shit and keep this thing moving, man, for real. It's not a joke.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that
Definitely.
shit from the bottom of my heart, man, for real. I got
Dang,
God.
Marco, I did not know that. This is
Yeah, I'm gonna be
crazy.
quiet. It's about to start.
Wow.
About to be on my shit. Hold
Wow. Yeah, go
on.
ahead and get yourself. That is, I'm just saying, this is something, like I said, we're making people aware of, and how you can just go on with life. And to me, I mean, the creator didn't make us all to be the same. That's why I'm so passionate about who said and who's we and they, that I don't care about none of that. If I am a certain type of way, what's normal? Who said we're supposed to, who said, oh, this is normal, you're supposed to walk like this or you're not supposed to do this? What is that? I don't care about that. I'm normal. I really believe that people that have, like Slay, I feel she's a superhero. Like, I'm just, like, to me, Slay, I look at you like a Professor X. You feel me? Like, let's go, Slay. Come on. I'm just saying. Like, I look, when I see people like that, I look and like, oh, they are autistic people. Oh my God. I'm so intrigued because they are very smart and they have a power that people, I mean, if when they are really some special people, y'all, not in a special way like that, but they are very connected to a lot of different things. And we spend too
Mm-hmm.
much time on saying, oh, this is how you're supposed to be, and you're normal. So what? You know, my legs are bent and I walk like that. Who? I'm okay. I'd say that all the time. I am me. I am uniquely me. Can
Mm-hmm.
nobody be me? You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And I'm different, and I'm okay with
Mm-hmm.
being different. But like I said, it was a transition. But definitely, we need to get out what people saying the norm. I hate that word. They're not normal. Like, what does that mean? Who said? Who's we, they, and us that say these things? Each person is uniquely their self, and the creator made us in different ways, in different. We're supposed to embrace that and love
Yes.
and move in love, move in
Yes.
love. Mhm. Definitely. So, like, oh, Michael, go ahead. Was you gonna say something or Slay?
I don't know what I was gonna say, Mama D. Like you just took me like every direction. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just listening.
Okay, okay, okay. I didn't
Oh,
know. So
all right.
Slay, I know I had mentioned this in I think Kimash's live, but I'm very transparent on this app. I don't catfish. This is
Mm-hmm.
me, And I tell
I believe
people,
you.
no, but I get questioned this a lot, God. Like, oh my God, I don't catfish, and I make it very clear of my situation because this app is crazy anyway. So I
Hmm.
mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, hey, in my mind, I'm fine, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. Yes, I am fly and I'm fine. But when it comes to dating, I had to learn this, and I had to learn that in 2023. Like I just started putting myself out there because I was
Hmm.
very, very self-conscious about dating. And and it's weird because I don't know why when I go back home, they still be on me. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The love that I get showed is me. I know that it's me.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
dating was so hard for me because I was like, I don't want him to feel that he has to take care of me. I want him to treat, well, yeah, I'm about to use the word normal, but I want him to still treat me like, okay, yeah, okay, I might need you to help me do this, but I really had a problem. I just really started putting myself out in 2023, and I've been single since 2004. This disability hit me in about 2015 until now, but 2023 is when I really started putting myself out there to date, and I was really
Hmm.
nervous, very nervous, but I be transparent about it because I'm not gonna let them think I misled them. But I had a man tell me that it was a relative that I shouldn't tell me. And so Marco, I'm gonna put this because you up here and you the man, that I shouldn't put that out there at the beginning, and I disagreed with him because I was like, to me, that's catfishing. If you're not telling
Hmm.
what's really going on, that's catfishing. Like,
Yeah.
but he was basically saying that he felt that could turn men away, and I didn't agree with that. I'm like, I'm not fake. First of all, I'm not fake, and to me, that's being fake. So I don't
Right.
know. I'm just putting that out there to like the men. Like, it takes a lot of confidence, and that's why I have a lot of love for men that do approach me and say, do you want to dance, or you look beautiful, and all this. I give them, because it takes courage for me to be
Hmm.
out there and be dating. Because but now I got all the confidence I need, Slay. I'm ready. No. But what
Yep.
was
Yep. I'm
what
like
is
that
your
too.
experience? Okay, what is your experience?
My experience, I've experienced a lot. I
Hmm.
had one guy tell me, "You're so beautiful, but I don't want what you have."
Mm.
Huh? I'm like,
Right.
"What you mean?"
I'm
I
about
was
to ask
like, "A
the
birth
same thing.
defect." A bir- I said, "A birth defect. You
Hi,
can't catch
Albert.
a birth defect. It's not a disease. It's not
Right.
a disease." And then another guy came up to me, "Oh, you so fine. Oh, I love me a big fan woman." I'm like, okay. Then he says, "But I want somebody that's not in the wheelchair, like you say, normal.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Mm-hmm.
somebody normal because you might die before me. How you gonna put death on me?"
Yeah, it's crazy out here because no, let me give this shout out though. Shout out to the men where it doesn't affect them, because I have met people like that in my life, and they really showed me like, girl, ain't no, you the one tripping. We not
Right.
tripping, not to be too graphic. You good? They be like, you good, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. They be like, we not tripping off that. So shout out to those men and women, because I know a woman in Colorado to this day is taking care of somebody that basically just has it's, oh, I wish I could have got her over here. No legs and arms, and they're together in a relationship. It's a beautiful story. So shout out to all those that do that. And this is how I look at it too, because the so-called normal men and women be jacked up. It might not be physical, but honey, baby, if
Mm-hmm.
that
They
mentality
crazy.
ain't right, yeah, you might be in a
Mentally.
wheelchair for messing with somebody that's so-called normal. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
it takes a lot of confidence, and I display
Uh,
that. That's why people forget that I do have, I don't even like to call it. I just be like, I got my pimp walk. That's what I call it. Until I get married.
Hey,
Until I
hey.
get married. Until I get married, I got my pimp walk. And then I don't know, I have to call it my sexy walk or something when then, but yeah, it's my pimp walk. What
right.
is you talking about? You cannot walk like this. I tell I'll be around my family. I'm like, only a genius or somebody fly as me can walk like this. I be, I embrace it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's
Can
go
I
ahead.
say this?
Yes,
My
absolutely.
my parents, okay, they've been married for 40 plus years. Now, when I was in the ninth grade, my dad got hit by a car and they gave him 24 hours to live. He had a concussion. He lost all his memory. Both of his legs were broke. One leg was broke in two places, the other one in five places. And they didn't know if, he was going to make it. And shout out to my mama because, growing up having special needs and you raising a child with special needs, it's a lot. But my mom, like like she always do, she had that faith and she pray about it and everything. And she still stuck with my dad. And
Mm, that's
it was
beautiful.
very hard. It was very hard for the whole family. But my dad made it through. And now
Mm,
today he's preaching. He's a preacher. And
mhm,
so I'm just saying, like, when God placed someone in your life, don't take them for granted.
mm,
And if you really listen to what they're saying their vows to when you get married, you promise to love and that person through sickness and health.
mm,
You're supposed to do that. You're not doing this because it's a lavish wedding. Your biggest audience and witness is God. Under the eyesight of God, He made y'all unity. So don't try to leave your partner because they had health issues. That's not
mhm,
right. Because you said your vows under God that you promised to love this person through sickness and health. And my mama did that. She's a very strong woman. She took care
Sh-
of me and my dad.
Shout out to her. Absolutely.
Real.
Go.
You touch. Hey, look, you touching my soul right now for real.
Mhm,
Like people don't get it. Like I feel what you're saying. Like not be funny. It's gonna sound like a joke, but it's not a fucking joke. I'm dead serious. If I get
Okay.
sick, if I get sick, are you gonna wipe my ass? Like for real?
No, that's
Are
what.
you gonna,
Yeah.
I'm dead fucking serious. Like, are you gonna take
Mhm.
care
Right.
of me? Are you
Mhm.
looking out for me? Are you doing anything that I need? Are you feeding me? Like, not be funny, because you could straight go into a whole nother energy. You get what I'm saying? Like you get literally
Mhm.
damn near you can't
Mm-hmm.
take care of nothing for yourself. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
if I go vegetable tomorrow, are you gonna feed me my food?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's some deep ass shit I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm not just talking bullshit. I'm dead serious. Like, think about that. If you don't have nobody in your life that's like that for real, that's really, really willing to hold you the fuck down like that,
Mm-hmm.
you do
Mhm.
nothing for myself right now.
Yes.
We're not even talking about wheelchairs. I'm going beyond that. I'm talking about your mental.
Right. Let's talk
You know,
about
Yeah.
it. Mhm.
you,
Mm-hmm.
you all the way fucked up, and you can't do nothing for yourself. Will somebody at
Yeah.
least feed you your motherfucking pudding? I'm serious. Will somebody feed you
Mm-hmm.
your oatmeal? Feed you just a simple meal, some shit that's blended up.
Mhm.
When they give you your you know what I'm talking about, the milkshakes. The I can't even think of the name of the shit right now. But my sister drank that shit for years for real. All those little different uh y'all know what I'm talking about, the milkshakes that they give.
Ensure.
Because my sister ended up having, she couldn't even look. This go into Mama D, what we was talking about earlier, right? Remember I was talking about how my sister, she started off like, look, I don't want to use the word normal, right? She started off
Mm-hmm.
just being able to do what we do, I'll say. But slowly but
Okay.
surely, she ended up
Mhm.
having to have a tube that was implanted in her stomach. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then she started having to get the Insure. That's the word I was looking for.
That
It's the
insurance.
name of a company called Insure. The
Mhm.
Insure,
Mhm.
they got all of your vitamins inside of that one
Mhm.
milkshake. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she didn't have to take the last years of my sister's life. She was literally not living off of vegetables or meats or you know what I'm saying, corn, potatoes, any of that starches and shit. No, it was strictly Insure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is people talking about? Hey, look, y'all don't know. Y'all done touched my soul tonight for real, man. Y'all advanced me every bit into the spiritual realm. Y'all didn't advance me
Mhm.
light years into the future because I'm appreciating this goddamn conversation. I'm so serious. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't understand. I've
We
always been
appreciate
a
you.
certain way, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, man, for real. I love y'all, man. Thank you. Thank
You're welcome. Yeah,
No
so
problem.
yeah,
you. So
definitely
crazy.
like I said, there's a like situations could change. And let's even the marriage, shout out to your mom, Slay, because yes, I'm with it. But even as far as friendships, girlfriends, I lost
Mhm.
people that I thought that were. I talked about this on my live the other day about friends. When my life changed and I wasn't able to go out, and I am, you know what I'm saying, but not move the way they want to. When I went through the life change, I found out who my true friends were. The ones that
Mhm.
stood. And shout out to my cousin Kels, definitely, because if I needed to, I had to adjust of learning how to take showers and hygiene. I had to really work on that. And she be like, "Come on, let me put you in the shower." Like it just had to be that way, for a little bit.
Mhm. Mhm.
And to those friends that stick with you and family members, I'm always gonna, my kids is in my kids' eyes, and I know I'm just saying what I'm thinking. I'm still mama and I'm good. Like I know because they tell me. I just talked to my youngest son today, and I'm telling him, he's like, "Oh, you're getting back to your house back together." Yes, I'm decorating and doing all that. But to say that the people that are in your life and that love you for who you are and don't treat you, we literally joke about like me. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna run over there and I'm so used to saying, let me run to the store real quick, and they be like, you gonna run, man? And I'll be like, yeah. And we start laughing, like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? And people look at us so funny because it's like it's we always joked on each other anyway. And when I was walking, they was still, it's nothing different. They didn't stop treating me different. So shout out to
Right.
the people that do that. That it means so much to people that don't treat me different. Now, what I'm telling you, what we do use in Slay, I know you probably can spare the special privileges when you go to concerts and to the store and stuff like that. When
Oh
you go
yeah.
up in front, yeah, I
Mhm.
take advantage. In my family, we take all advantage of that, y'all. We do. We take it
Mhm.
all them little perks. I could get to sit in front at the concert, or you know what I'm saying, or certain things. Yes, I do take advantage of all those. But the fact that my family, I went camping last year, y'all, camping like rough camping. My son's birthday, um, Aladdin's birthday, they always go, and I never go because I was like, I can't go camping. Well, him and his bros, which are my sons as well, they said, "No, mom, you going camping with us." I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work, but I said I'm doing new things. And when I tell you, they took the wheelchair, they took care of me, took me down and up the hill to the fire pit, took me to the restroom, and I actually had just a little cot. It was a small cot. It was to the ground, but not touching the ground, and I had never felt more at peace because I was close to nature. I hugged a tree. I just it was so tranquil. And now I'm like, I told Atlanta, we doing this every year. We going to count me in. We going camping. Now I got to do it my style because I'm bougie, y'all. I didn't looked up all kind of different. I didn't looked up all kind of different stuff you can take camp, but it was just like one of my things that I was like, I really went camping for like I think it was 2 to 3 days, roughing it. We cooked out there. It was in the and I was like, I'm really out. And then there was another person I believe out there in a wheelchair too, and we was just nodding our heads, shaking like, yes, we're doing it. Like, don't count me out because I'm gonna figure it out. That's one thing
Right.
my family will tell you. Oh, we going to do what? Okay, we gonna go to the beach. I didn't look up
Uh-huh.
beach wheelchairs. Stop playing with me. They got beach wheelchairs. You understand? And the way my son's working out, he just gonna lift me up, and they could carry me now too. They can. So it's just those things that if you have the confidence, you're gonna get the people around you that's gonna be like, "We got you. We go. Don't count
Mhm.
me out." Uh, I my favorite group of all time is New Edition, and I go every time they came to Las Vegas. My cousin was like, she don't treat me no different. She be like, D could do it. She don't play that. You understand? And I love that about her. We going to
Right.
the concert. She said, okay, cousin, I don't know. We going to the concert, but we need you to, take your wheelchair so we can be able to get them special. You know what I'm saying? We can cut in front of the line. When I'm telling you, I'm right there at the concert and the love that people show. I'm up trying to dance and move, and people's like, let me buy you a drink. And it was the love because they were like, they looked at me and was like, you're a motivation. You're a breath of fresh air. You do not care. And
Mhm.
I'm dressed to the T. You ain't gonna tell me nothing because I'm dressed to the T. If I'm coming out, I'm coming out. But being that to people is such a motivation. And I love to make people smile because I'm smiling. I
Right.
love that. I love
And
that.
I love to travel.
Ooh, me
I done
too.
been I've been to I've been on cruises. I've been on 3 cruises with my
Mm-hmm.
wheelchair. So this
Mm-hmm.
is what I do before I hit and go out there. I call the airlines and let them know that
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming the next day, and that this is how I need you to treat my chair. I get
Mm-hmm.
down there way before it's time for me to go, and I demonstrate that this is how you grab my chair. Don't pull it by no cord. And I mean, they follow directions, and I go
Mm-hmm.
right on that boat and have me a great time.
I know that's right. Yes, I'm a traveler too. People be like, "What you? I'm about to get on an airplane. What do you mean?" In that special treatment, even though they be messing up sometimes, that's a whole nother
Hmm.
story. But that you get, my favorite airline, y'all, is Southwest Airline. I'm a Southwest girl. I got rewards points and everything because I feel I've been to other airlines, and even though they had their issue, which they end up fixing, and I think I had a
Hmm.
part in that because I wrote letters and stuff, but they were one of the best airlines that treat me like once you got to the plane, it wasn't the people pushing me to the plane. It's the way Southwest treats you as a person. You
Right.
get on early and they gonna make sure you comfortable and everything. They like,
Hmm.
nah, what you got, what you need. Wait, hold on, they'll hold up a whole line. I'm usually like, y'all go ahead and get off. No, they can wait, unless they got a connecting flight. But there's people that see your spirit and just really be like, you're amazing. Like, I don't know how many pilots have came up to me and actually like shaking my hand or be like, I'm the one pushing you out here. Get the wheelchair. I'm gonna take you out here. And they really just treat me a certain way. But I know that's because what I do, and I'm very willing and help others still to this day. I'll help you the best
Hmm.
way I can as well. It don't stop me from helping you at
Right.
all. Yeah.
And that's why I always I have a video on my channel that I give tips on how to travel while you have these challenges,
Mm,
and
mm,
it helped a lot of people. Because a lot of people may not know how to travel with a wheelchair and where is it going to go and how to
mhm,
tell them that um do the wires on my wheelchair is sensitive, and because they're gonna ask, especially when you get on the boat, they're gonna ask how heavy is the chair, and um um does it have wires and all those, and what kind of chair it is. They're gonna ask you all of that. So
Hmm.
it's so important to make the plans before you go somewhere. And I do that every time.
Me too. I plan just going to just a regular, like I said, if I'm going to a concert or something, I plan ahead. And like I said, I love my cousin so much because she's a planner anyway. So she'd be like, D, we'll leave a whole family. They'll be so disorganized, and me and her will have our stuff together and be on our way. You know what I'm saying? We'd
Hmm.
be like, so I'm definitely gonna check out your video, and I want to, do more things like that. Shout out to OGK in the building and D Shep. Thank y'all for showing up. But yeah, it's definitely like it's amazing. Like this is what I'm saying. Even leaving 2023 behind, I had some amazing moments to the point where I'm up dancing. You know what I'm saying? I go to
Hmm.
the gym, and the people at the gym, I walk up in there. I drive. Like I said, people think I don't know why people think I can't drive, but I drive and get to the gym, and they're like, hey, Miss Austin, they say my name, blah, blah, blah. How you doing? I haven't been in a while because things happen, life be happening, but I'm about to start back up. And they give me that encouragement. And I have people when I'm at the gym, like they be looking at me like, what is she? She's really working out. Yes, I'm working out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just to make others happy makes me happy as well. If what I can help them, my story, what I'm telling you, if I can motivate you, that's why I have poetry night too. You go up there, you're gonna talk, say what's on your mind, because we need to release these things. And
Hmm.
this is my purpose, y'all. I know what my purpose is. It gets brought to my every time I'm doing things or saying something. Like I said, I mentioned people's name and they pop up in the chat. I promise. I sat up here and told Marco I forgot to get a hold of Slay. I'm serious. He's my witness. I said I forgot to get a hold of Slay. Man, and I was like, but go ahead, Marco. And then I look in the chat and I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? And then I talk about the word. I said the word says something about being blind. I was like, I didn't get to reach out to him. He's in the chat. He's not able to come up, but I know what my purpose is. And so what I take is I take I don't even like calling it a disability. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word. My gift. Here we go. I take
Right.
my gift and use it as uh to show people you could be your greatest self no matter what. And I get that
Hmm.
a lot. I get that a lot. They're like, they forget. I mean, like, I can't do that. And they start like, girl, we didn't forgot. And my girlfriend say, like, we didn't forgot. And I know y'all forgot, but I'm glad because that means I'm not living in no sorrow. I'm not having self-pity because I
Right.
did that. And that did not help me. That did not,
Right.
that stress. I believe in 2018, I was so stressed out, my job, which I'm still with my job. Like I said, I'll be with my job for 18 years this month, but it was something that happened where I was supposed to get a position and I didn't get it. And I stressed. It was before I got real bad. I stressed so bad and didn't release that, along with other things with my health. I know that's what made me worse. I know cannot, nobody can tell me that. I know
Hmm.
because soon as I started doing my healing with inside me and knowing that, hey, D, this is okay, everything started. I went and got in the same company and got a better position. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
things just started happening for me. And so I just want to share that message to people to really tap into yourself and heal the insight and start with your mind. I say this is my line for the love palace, the mind, body, soul, and especially the heart, because
Right.
all that works. You have to do this. And I feel honored, like Slade, to have you up here. And I know I know we're gonna have more parts, guys, because I know there's some people that, like I said, I wanted to reach out. I want to really tap y'all into the word because he has an amazing story as well. And then also want to have the build with. I know some beautiful content creators that do have autistic children and also take care of their elderly parents as well, to definitely do that. But I really want everybody to know that it's in you. Go ahead, Marco. I see you want to talk because I could talk.
No, it's all good. I was look, you just blew my mind once again. Everything you've been saying, you take me from so many different thoughts and emotions. It's literally ridiculous. So I will say this. This is his name is Slay. We're
That
gonna
let's talk
slay the
about it.
we're gonna slay
Go
the
ahead.
game. You hear me? We're gonna
Yes,
slay this whole thing that we call life. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
and yeah, just that within itself for real. I don't need to say much more.
I
I'm
said the
you
same
got me
thing when
feeling
I
so
seen
many
her.
different things just by
Yes,
saying. Yeah.
when
I'm
I
sorry, go
seen
ahead.
her
Go ahead.
name. No, when I seen her name, and then I knew I didn't want to mess up the because me and Kimas was laughing trying to say the rest. I said she know what it is. I was like I know what it is too. And I was like, but slay. Hold on, that means she's slaying things. What is you talking about? Like
Yeah.
women, we really like your face is slayed or you slaying. So I was like, and when I went to her page, that's what I'm telling y'all. Go to her page and see her. I was like, let's go slay. Like it's amazing that just yeah, like you said, her name is Slay and she be slaying it, honey. She gonna do her little reviews. I'd be like, okay, what we got today? She do her review. She likes to shop like me, so we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I am. I can tell you, oh, go over here, and I'm being good today because everything's on sale. I haven't even went because I know I'm like, no, the rent is due, girl. The rent is due. But definitely staying focused. But that middle check, I don't know, y'all. We gonna see because January is the time to do things. But just
Yeah.
know that you can be your best version of you. I work a full-time job. I am a manager. Listen to me.
Mhm.
I have 10 associates that I manage. They know about they don't even care. They be like, Misty, because it's all virtual anyway. That's after the 2020 we became virtual. So uh but I share these stories with them and just really tap in. When I showed the video of me dancing, they all started like crying. They was like, Misty, because they know the journey that I have with this. And I'm just putting it out there. You can be the greatest version of you no matter what you are or what condition you are. You can be the
Mhm.
greatest version of that. Be the best at it. You
Yeah.
know, it's
And
been
I'm
20.
gonna tell
Go
you
ahead.
guys how I came up with that name.
Okay.
So I was thinking, like, spina bifida almost took me out at birth. It almost slayed me, but I slay.
Mm.
I slay spina bifida,
Hey,
and
let's go. I'm sorry. You go
No,
ahead,
you're
sis.
and
Shout
good.
then
out to you.
my saying when I get on the video, I always say we slay in all obstacles that comes our way. You got to believe that because we're gonna have some obstacles. Every day is a test. You can't live problems free. You can't live like that. You're gonna have to go through something in order to get your reward at the end of the day. So
Mhm.
that's why I came up with that name.
And it fits you, sis. It fits you. Like I'm really into names, hence my name. That's why I know
Hmm.
I'm living in my purpose.
Hmm.
I am. There's many goddesses. You feel me? But
Hmm.
I'm the goddess of love. That's what I'm the goddess of, and I do my best to move in all ways in love. But this is what I'm gonna say about my. Oh, hey, hold on, y'all. The word. Oh my, see what I'm talking about. Hi, the word.
Hey, Suze,
You
how you doing?
there?
Can you hear
Mike
me?
check.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm just cheesing. Here I go cheesing again. I love to have you on the panel, and I'm gonna stop what I'm saying because I want you to tell your story, the word, because you got a powerful. And somebody just make sure y'all drop the words channel as well, because He be over there speaking that knowledge, y'all. And Marco, you might want to go over there because he be on, yeah, the word be. But I'm not gonna go into details about that. But the word, introduce yourself. I want you to tell your story.
How y'all doing? Give me 1 second.
Okay, okay, yeah. If
And
anybody
look,
could drop his link.
just real
Mhm.
fast. I need to ask everybody on the panel right now. What are y'all zodiac signs? When is y'all birthdays? I'm a Pisces. Really quickly. I know y'all connected me for a reason. What's y'all birthdays?
Well, you shouldn't.
Tell me.
Marco, you don't know when my birthday. As much as I was around here doing that Sagittarius and flagging all around, I'm a
Facts,
Sagittarius.
facts, my
You
fault.
you
Facts.
didn't remember all that. I was everywhere. It's my birthday. It was my birthday the whole
Tuesday.
season. But
You
yeah,
know?
Sagittarius,
I'm a
Okay.
26.
Leo.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
My
I'm a
fault. I was thinking.
Taurus.
Huh?
I'm a
No, my fault.
Taurus.
Go ahead, fam.
Oh,
My fault.
he's a
I'm a
Taurus.
yeah, I'm a Taurus.
See,
I can so see that. Mhm.
I get along with Taurus, my own sign, Pisces. I get along with Leo, and I get along with Scorpio. So I'm
Scorpio's
gonna
in
get
my chart. Well,
let's
well,
go.
we ain't gonna do all that because we'll go deep. But yeah, yeah.
I get along with Virgos too.
Mm. The word you ready?
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
Make
yeah,
sure
no,
yeah.
somebody drop his link for me, y'all. If y'all can't, one of my mods drop the words link. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna try to make it too long because you know I can talk all day. But I'm the word. Yeah, I just like everybody else. I had a challenging upbringing. Came up in an urban environment, city of Detroit. Um, Went through some stuff, played around in the streets. Finally got my life together. Start got into spirituality. Start studying religion, studying philosophy. And as soon as I had it all, going, got married, start having a family, I lost my eyesight, majority of it. I'm legally blind. I can't see out my left eye at all. My right eye I can only see it like straight, have no peripheral. So there's a lot of things I can't do. And, as a man, it hit me hard. And it was dope how y'all was talking about y'all spouse. I mean, how spouses, how she was saying her father got in a car accident and her mother, held her down because that was my biggest fear because I'm the one everybody called for help, right? And when I lost my eyesight, it was like, who do I call and who do I depend on? And I was afraid, like, I'm not the man my wife married, but she been 10 toes down, holding me down, got me back up to where I'm at now. She made me believe that I can still do, I can do other things. I can't do what I used to do, but there's other things I can do. And, she pushed me to do this YouTube thing. I wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for her. So having that support system, having that strong woman behind you who won't even let you doubt yourself when you doubt yourself, that's important. And like you said, disability. I grew up with ADHD, and back in the '80s, early '90s, they was trying to put you on medication and stuff. I was labeled as a bad child, had attitude problems, and my grandma, you know, another strong woman. She said, "You just get bored easy." So she taught me how to hold attention, through classical music and other things, other vices. But um, disabilities. I don't call them disabilities. I call them adversities. Some of us just have to work harder than others, and that's okay because those who work harder usually reap bigger rewards anyway. So, um,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, in the way people view and judge, nothing in life is perfect. Everything has flaws, but the flaws create the uniqueness, about every individual. And it's not about what you go through, it's how you come through it. So having strong people around you is a major help, but you have to have that desire in you. And I like how Dee was talking about confidence earlier. A lot of these things that we overcome, that's how we build confidence through the adversities. So I just learned in life to embrace the adversity. Like when I first lost my eyesight, it was like I do martial arts. I do a lot of things. I'm a carpenter. I work on cars. It's like I'm one of them throwback men. You know what I'm saying? And when I lost my eyesight, that kind of took everything from me. I can't use a wet saw no more. Just certain things that I I'm accustomed to doing. I can't do no more. So, but there's other things. Now I'm forced to use more of my mind and my mouth and my physical hands. So, and coming on here, being able to talk and tell my story, give people hope, lead people, guide people, is a blessing. Sometimes, the Creator stop you from doing one thing so you can do what you're supposed to do, and that's just how I look at it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
Bro, that's exactly what I said earlier. How you have a lot of these so-called autistic children, but yet these autistic children know exactly what the fuck they supposed to be doing. We'll be sitting here trying to figure out for years. You know what I'm saying? How to it don't take until we 18, 21, 25, until we finally figure out what it is that we want to do for ourselves and, do for our family or whatever. But an autistic child, a lot of times, they know exactly what they need to do right away. So who's really autistic? Is I might
Right,
be autistic. You get what I'm
right,
saying? Like, it took me to get to 25 years old to realize I need to start, doing certain things for me and doing certain things for the people for real. So yeah, I get what you're saying. It-
and
I never look down on anybody for real because I tell you quick fast that it'll be a person that will be homeless. It'll be a person that, you know, the rest of the world be looking down on for real. But yo, this brother got all the knowledge that you could possibly need for real. Like he'll take it to a whole nother level. Or she. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm gonna
and
land right
bro, check this out. Like, I do edits and stuff, and people be like, "Oh, your edit's good." You know who gave me all my pointers on how to edit? My autistic nephew. Like he
there.
like the boy. Like I didn't know what transitions and how to use this effect. And he was like, "Look, Uncle D, let me show you. This is how you do it. Your video would be better if you did this." I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel. He was like, "Look, this is how you do it. This is how you use this. This." And I'm like, "Okay, let's go, nephew." You know, I got another I got another friend. His son is autistic, right? The boy is a genius in martial arts. I'm talking about a genius. Like he right now, I think he got his black belt in his third art. He 14, got his black belt in his third art. He about to get into Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Like the boy, when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, the boy is a genius, but he's autistic. So I mean, it's the eye of the beholder. It's how people view things. People want to say they different. Everybody different, man.
Everybody.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's the beauty of it, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of it.
Let's just appreciate each other for what we all have to offer. We all have a different puzzle piece to the grand scheme of things, to the big picture. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yes, yes. I like this, brothers. Hey,
And
God,
yeah.
you be having them brothers around you. I met Keith to you, this brother right here. Hey, this
Oh
this is
man, you would mess with the brothers that I have. That's why I'm telling them to go to your channel because y'all be on the same. Trust me, what you talk, they be is. This is what they do all the time. So like that's I
Facts.
so yeah, check y'all definitely check out the word because I be over there in the chat and hitting the panel, and he is not lying about his graphics. I'm about to tap with him in 2024 because I be doing my little stuff, but y'all gotta check out his woo. He's dope, y'all.
Hey,
He's really
hey, hey, look, Mama D, look, we're gonna do it real fast. We're gonna break down the 224 for real. 2024. That's 2 plus 2 plus 4. That's an 8. That's
hmm
infinity. You heard me? Like
hmm
mm,
we're gonna make this thing last for a long time for real. This is our year. You know what I'm saying? And we just gotta represent who we really are for real. At the end of the day, seriously, like we about to do this. I I feel myself, doing what I'm doing right now, being able to meet different people, different perspectives. That's why I don't shut my mind off ever. I don't even care if you still believe in Jesus. I personally don't believe in Jesus, but I don't beat you up for believing in Jesus. I don't care about that. That don't matter. At the end of the day, what's the finish point? What's the finish line? You get what I'm saying? Like, do we believe the same shit? Again, I said this the other day on Brother Tep channel, Brother Nasir. And I said, yo, do we all believe that we can get to the same point at the same time, You get what I'm saying? And be able to just respect each other for what we have to bring. I don't give a damn if you believe in Jesus or Buddha, Muhammad. I don't give a damn. What does that matter? For
You
real.
already know, Marco, I'll be,
Right.
and that's why this platform that I have, and I say that in the intro, in one of my poems, I say that I don't judge on top of gender, religion, and all that, because if we resonate and move in love, that's how I move. You know that. That's
The
just
finish
how.
line. Exactly.
Yeah,
The finish
yeah,
line.
yeah.
And
So I
and
I
bro,
have all walks of people. Go ahead. Word.
that I like how bro broke that down
Like your
with the
camera's on.
numerology.
If you don't know it, your camera's on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like how bro broke that down with the numerology. This is the year to eight. And brother, if you come over there, you already see I named it the year of the solution. You know, um, this is a manifestation year. So I implore everyone to put into yourself this year. This is the year where you harvest the seeds you planted, you know. So definitely put time into yourself, work on yourself, and learn how to attract the things you desire by becoming what you desire. If it's a new job, go learn about it. Go learn the skills. Don't be afraid to take action. You know, Nothing comes to you without action. You have to go through it.
That part.
Absolutely. So the word Marco is my number. If you notice, he's the number guy and the word guy. So check him out. I think you would like.
I
That's how
appreciate
he goes deep. I mean, him and my son go so deep into it. They go. So just check him out, because I know you like to, different things like that. Check out Marco too as well. And I'll have to give you my son's link as well. But he's my, like, I'll have a number and I'll go put a post out and be like, hey, this and this and that. And he's gonna go and break that whole thing, because I'll be like, I think of certain people when I think of numbers, and like what you the word, I'm like, oh, like I wonder if this, I'm gonna go say something. But he'll see, I'll put a post and I'll be Marco, blah blah blah, the numbers, blah blah blah, and he's gonna break that all down. So just so you know, that's what he's into. He's one of his gifts, many gifts. So tap into
Oh,
him.
I'm definitely about to tap in, bro. I'm definitely tapping in.
It's amazing how, like, we're starting it. We were supposed to do this build, was it last week? And when he said let's do it today, I was like, oh, hey, Drake Hobbs. I was like, this is so dope, because I wanted to start the year off, and I heard you the word on your live, like, no, we about to do some things. You know what I'm saying? We about to really, it's time for us to stop playing, us content creators that know we got a good message, and definitely tap in and put these messages out there, and build. There's so much negativity on this app, that we got to start putting that good energy out. And this is what I say: you have these big content creators and they be on for hours. We don't have to do that, because we got a bunch of people and we can be on a few hours and still get the message around all night. So that's how I look at that as well. I
And
appreciate.
de- and
Go
definitely
ahead.
that's what I'm talking about. I'm about action, man. I mean, we can say build all day, but what we building? Well, it's time to show them what we building. We done created an environment. You come over on this page, we having these talks, that's fruitful. When people leave, they leaving with something tangible they can use. You like you said on this app, a lot of people come on here for entertainment, and that's cool. We all need a distraction, but me, I'm a 39-year-old man. I got a family and kids, man. My time is limited, so when I come, I'm using it. So I'm not coming on here to play with nobody, like you were saying. Transparency. I try to be as transparent as I possibly can. I don't play games with nobody. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm just spitting game. If they can use it, they can use it. If they can't, then they can't. All that drama and beef. I'm straight, man. But what we building? We building environments where people can come and help heal, get information, get knowledge, and be entertained. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
different things we do. We entertain. You got poetry night.
Mm-hmm.
Mom should be playing the music. We sit back laughing. Good vibes, man. Those
Mm-hmm.
environments do exist. Now it's just time to show people because I think there's a lot of people who come on here and don't think things like this exist because they see the BS all day, you know. But
Hmm.
we here. We gonna be louder. We ain't disturbing nobody. We just taking our place. We just, putting our feet in the ground and standing tall on what we believe in. We got messages. And like you said, it's a plethora of us, many of us. It ain't just me, it ain't just you. Marco, we gonna get Keith rolling. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna get Brother Keith to go live.
Well, that's
Hey,
gonna be very interesting.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, brother Keith West, that's my mother freaking dog. You heard?
I
Like
know.
Yeah,
that brother be dropping so much knowledge, and I'm gonna tell you too. I gotta add on because that brother has the capability to be able to settle everybody's spirit, to settle everybody's soul. And
Mhm.
when look, I don't even know if he realizes it himself. Like for real. Like this brother will come on and speak, and he'll settle down the whole goddamn panel. So I'm with you. You get what I'm saying? Like the brother Keith, that's my dog right there.
Mhm.
At,
I
at,
love
at, look, at the end of the day, I want us just to build. I just want the build aspect. I done been through it enough with my cousins. You feel me? My homeboys. Be from going back and forth with these little, not be funny, dumbass niggas for real. I'm gonna just be real. They some dumb motherfuckers. You feel me? And I just keep sitting here going back and forth with them. And at the end of the day, it don't get us nowhere. I need for us to really understand what we capable of. We can look, we can really take it to the next level. It don't take a lot of land. It don't take a lot of, you get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
things that we need. Bro, all we need is about 3, 4, I say the most 10 acres. And understand that everything that we're talking about on YouTube, we can have that on those acres right there. And we
Mhm.
can really take it to that next level. But a lot of people, they feel certain ways towards other people. They don't like what somebody is talking about. They
Mhm.
mad at a person because he believe in God and another person don't. They
Mhm.
be mad at, you get what I'm saying? Like they just mad at all the petty shit. And it's like, bro, again, we can take many routes to get to the same location. All at the end of the day, all I'm worried about is that we can get to this this point to where it's like, yo, we all build off of food, clothing, shelter. Just that simple. Food, clothing, and shelter. You can believe in Islam. You can believe in Christianity. You can believe in Judaism. You can believe in nothing at all. You can say there is no God. I don't give a damn. Do you believe that all of our children can end up in the same location at the same time, in the same space? If you can believe that, I can fuck with you. That's that's why I'm here. I really feel like that. Even through everything that we're talking about, let go of all this medical shit that we're talking about. Let go of what they telling us how our lifespan is going to be this, our lifespan is going to be that. No, our
Right.
lifespan is going to be what the fuck we dictated to
Mhm.
be. Come on, man. Like this shit is easy shit. We so busy caught up in the mind control. All this shit is mind control. You steady listening to the goddamn television, the movies, the football games, the basketball games. You steady worrying about all the shit that don't matter. Come on, bro. This shit is easy shit. Am I
yeah.
tripping? Come on,
I'm
man.
gonna have, I'm gonna have to get you and Brother Keith on Rumble, bro. We can go talk our.
I
Hey,
got some people for you. The word they go. I'll trust me. This is my other family on this side, and like I said, it's just we're just. I'm when I heard you, and it's so funny because I actually met. Guess how I found your channel? Word
oh,
through Looney. He's the one
Looney,
that told.
hey,
Yeah, he's the one that
that's
told
my
me.
dog.
Shout out to Looney. We know
That's
he
Shout
up.
out to
loony.
Looney, man.
We
You
know
need
he
shit on the
loony.
low. Hell yeah.
You
You
know
can
what
shit.
I'm saying? But we know
That's my guy.
we love you. We know how you are. We rock with you. We know how you. We just want you to reel it in sometimes. That's all. But that's he said, D, you need to go over to the word, and I was like, who, what? And that's how I went over there. I went and I was in the clouds for a minute, and then I finally was like, oh yeah, I could get with him. So you never know who is gonna put you with these people, and I love every bit of it. I love what everybody's doing. Like I said, antisocial word got a little his little group, and I support them. Tay eats. Y'all need to check her out because she do vegan stuff too. Let's go. I
Let's
found that
go.
out and I got so excited about that. I was like, oh my God. That's right up my alley. So, but just these different us just working together and doing what we got to do, like it's gonna eventually be like you said on land and doing stuff because my I'm still on my journey for man and land people, or land and man, whichever one comes first. But yeah. Y'all, we got a
Yo,
visitor. Here we go. Oh,
Before you guys continue, I'm gonna have to come down from
yeah,
the panel. But I enjoy the conversations that we had. I'm still gonna be listening, but I gotta
yeah.
go.
I got. Thank you, Slay, for your beautiful testimony, and you keep slaying, girl. Okay, and my key was period.
All right, God bless you all.
Thank you.
salutes,
God
God.
bless you.
Appreciate talking to you for real.
All right,
Peace and
take
respect,
care.
Slay.
You too, all right?
Mr. West is in the building.
Mr.
Word.
West
We
is
just
in
need
the
to make
building.
that for his whole thing
Hey,
when he does his page. Mr. West is in
Oh,
the building.
we use that great minds think alike because I
Yeah.
was just thinking like I gotta
Yeah,
clip
man.
that.
Yep.
Wow. Well, let me just say peace and respect, Goddess D. This was a great session. I'm here at work, so I heard my name pop up so many times. I'm like, oh man, all right, I got to get up there and say something. Everybody, y'all sure know how to pull me out of the bushes. I'm in there just listening to everything and just gaining. That's usually what I do. Oh man, but the word Marco Power, you two brothers inspire me. And I'm hearing what y'all saying about me, but you brothers inspire me too, man. You know what I mean? So I highly appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to eventually doing something with this channel. You know what I mean? Once I get the time and the opportunity, I put myself together and I get everything I need. Because I mean, it's good that we have these type of communities where we come together and we talk and we build based off of positive energy going into 2024, which is the hate. You know what I mean? Um, we have all kind of different stuff that goes on YouTube, but conversations of debates, arguments, which I hear it all. But these type of things, you can really be wholesome and you can really take something from this conversation. That's why I highly appreciate it.
Brother, still sharp as steel, man. This is and like I said,
Peace.
Keith, that's why I appreciate building with you so much because I come on here to be an example. I can
Hmm.
we can sit here and tell everybody everything, but now let's show them how men can come together from different places, have different
That's right.
ideas, sit down and have an intellectual dialogue where people can actually take something tangible and do something with it. That. I
That's right.
mean, people, everybody want to say they men. I ain't got to tell you. I'm gonna show you, and I
That's
appreciate
right.
brothers who got that same, aura, that same energy. Like I am.
Hmm.
You know, I am what I am. So I appreciate
That's
that,
right.
bro. We supposed to build one another up, and that's what we don't
That's
do.
right.
Too many people. Hey, look, man, I just hit 20K. If I did it, anybody can do it. I've been giving people the sauce like this how I do it, but it's still
Hmm.
people, they want to hate or whatever. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna transmute it, and I'm gonna hit 100K because you hating on me. That's just how I
There
look
you
at it.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
right.
trying to give it to you. You don't want to put the work in, but you want to hate on me. That's fine. That's dandy, bro. It don't bother me. It don't move me. You will motivate me
That's
to
right.
do greater things. We built this.
That's right. That's right.
So
Because that negative
we're
energy don't even matter. All that negative energy, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? That's all a distraction. You know what I mean? Overlook that distraction and stay focused on what you need to do. That's how I see it. You know what I mean?
back.
Yeah. Go ahead,
facts.
Marco.
I was just gonna say facts for real. Like I'm just appreciating the bill right now. You know what I mean? Like I we don't have no room to hate on each other. Like we get enough hate from the enemy. Like for real.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, why don't we just keep building on to what we got to offer? You know, what can we
Major
do for
facts.
ourselves for real? And if your brother, if or your sister, if he or she is saying something that resonate with your soul, Why can't you co-sign it? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you say, no, that's where it's at, bro? I appreciate that. You you know what I mean? You making my swag better, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You making my shit better for real. So I, I guess at the end of the day, I'm just appreciating the bill for real. I'm gonna fall in the
No
back,
doubt.
and
You
you know
know
what
what
I'm saying. I'm
I
just I'm
appreciate.
just thankful for the bill. I'm really thankful for the bill. I'm
You're
sorry.
welcome.
Go ahead, sir.
No, you're welcome. You know, I'd be talking to my son, be like, "Mom, you love to talk." I do because the throat chakra has been activated. But anyway, what I like about the word and Marco and Keith, you are the calm one, but I do like I've seen the word and even Nate the Great and some other men that I
Yes.
Warfare K. When it's time
Hmm.
to give people the business, it's I'ma still check you too. And I really like that because I'm like that too. I'm the goddess of love, and people think it's all hey, like you could just come and treat me some type of way. I'm gonna speak on it, but I like that how I've been seeing the word in action and Marco power in action, where if something's not right or you think you gonna troll or you think and they'll tell you this show is the word will say this show is specifically for wooty wooty woo, and he'll go in, and I love that because it shows that we still are protective of ours and what we do as well. So like tell people don't get it twisted. The spirituality just means what's in me because I could still be a little gangster. But I
Mom,
like that about
Mama
y'all.
did.
Yeah.
Mama did. I love that because I'm very protective of my sisters. You know, very protective of our mamas, and I'm very protective of when y'all are protective of us as well. I
Hmm.
love it when y'all sit there and speak like how you just did. You get what I'm saying? And let people know, like, oh no, you ain't gonna do that. That's not going down right here. The same way I do the same for you. You get what I'm saying? There is no sexual energy between us or anything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, I feel you're a beautiful woman, but you get what I'm saying? Like, there is nothing like that between us. But
Right.
us to still stick up for each other, regardless if there's that type of energy or not, that means everything to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, she like, nah, you ain't gonna fuck with the king. Look, Mama D always addressed me as king. Bro, do you understand how that makes me feel? Seriously, do you understand that? Like, if we were, let's say we were teenagers right now, if all of these teenagers were to address each other as either king or queen or king and empress, do you understand the change that it would have in the way we
Hmm.
see each other? You get what I'm saying?
Major facts. Major facts.
Hmm.
So the
Power of the
fact that she
tongue.
always addressed me as king, it made me feel some type of way, and it made me stand up every time that she called me king for real. And we not even like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, yo, Mama D be blowing my mind for real. She be like, even when we was setting up the text earlier, we setting up this whole build, and she like, gratitude, king. Yes, we gonna do it at this time. I'm like, yeah, this woman right here.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's
Show
very
me
honorable.
this
Thank
Very
woman
you.
right
Thank
honorable.
here.
you.
You feel me? Like,
Thank you.
man, that shit made me
Most
feel some type
respect.
of way for real. Shouts out to Cars. Like, you know, King of Higher Self. That's that, you know, I call him
Hmm.
Cars. You feel
Hmm.
me? Shout out to
Salute.
Cars for real because it's like, yo, you was blessed to grow up with a mama like this, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
Thank
Jeez.
you.
Go.
I mean that. I'm
Right.
gonna land right there. Y'all feel what I'm saying, man? The love and the respect that we have for each other to address each other as king, queen. If you don't like the word king, I mean queen, then empress. You feel what I'm saying? God, goddess. If you can address each other as these terms, man, I love that shit. It made me feel some type of way for real. It made me want to rise to the occasion. I land right there.
That's right.
Did y'all hear
And I
that,
must say,
ladies? Did y'all hear that, ladies? Excuse me, real quick. I just because
go ahead, sis.
this is what I want women to know, and I talk about this. You guys know how we need to address our men in a proper way because you're going to get treated accordingly to people the way that we address them. So thank you for mentioning that, Marco, because I always say that us women have that power to control, de-escalate, or escalate a situation. And I just thank you for saying that. But go ahead, Keith.
And real talk, much respect due to Aladdin, man. I gotta give you much respect, man, because to have a mom like thee, that's amazing. Just like my brother Marco said, he lost his mother in 2016. I lost mine in 2014. You know what I mean? I lost my father and my mother. You know what I mean? So as somebody who don't have a mom or a father near him to give advice or to go, to conversate with, I pretty much do that with my older sister. So when I hear brothers with their mothers or sisters with their fathers, it's a beautiful relationship. You know what I mean? And I get motivated knowing that there's still good connection. There's still that family, especially coming from a melanated standpoint. Doesn't matter what you want to call yourself, or as you're indigenous or whatever, whatever. We're still melanated, and to see that love there, that makes brothers like me who don't have a mother or father. You know what I mean? That makes me want to bring it more into my to my twin daughters and my son. You know what I mean? And that makes me want to do more, be more for them because there's so much love and energy. So much respect due to Brother Aladdin and so many other brothers and sisters who are fortunate and lucky enough to still have a mom or a dad by your side. And I'm gonna land on that
Yeah, that's why Greedy gave me Mama D. My son's gonna call me Ma Dukes and all that, but I didn't realize that people were really taking that name on until everybody started calling me Mama D. And I took and it's so funny because I'm Mama D, not the one from Love and Hip Hop, the other one. That's like
Hey,
my phrase. But definitely, I just appreciate the to have a panel where, and I get told that a lot too. You have a lot of men on your panel, absolutely, because that's we're gonna work together and we're gonna show that, and we're not gonna argue to show that we have respect. That's what I love when we can go on a panel with men and women and have respect and we laugh. We might have a little episode, but it's always good, y'all. Don't ever get it twisted. Those that know what I'm speaking. Don't get it twisted. We good, y'all. It's just we got to go through the healing process, and a lot of us are going through healing, and we just got to go through that. And if we know these people, we're gonna heal and help them get through it. And I just enjoy the energy of having be able to. I don't never like to downplay men anyway. That was one of the things when I came to YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna go up here and tell these women a thing or two, like, stop this, stop it. Like, I be serious about it, and I talk about it a lot. Stop. We got to stop putting our man down because we do need you guys for protection, and we do need you, like, contrary to these songs that they put out. That's why I was like, they gonna make me put something out about what we do need, because I hate that out there. I don't need a man, I could do this and that. Yes, you do. Stop lying. You know what I'm saying? We need each other. So definitely having you guys on my platform, and the respect of being Mama D, and for my son, King of Higher Self, I look at him and I say this all the time. I raised him, but he taught me. And I stand on that. I stand on that. We didn't really get into the health part of it, Marco, but we'll have a part two of
say it again.
maybe get
Part two is coming.
with OG Philly and the smoothie and my son and his book. We got a whole bunch of
Yeah.
things that we didn't really
one.
get to get
Yeah,
into.
big dog.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff like that too, as far as the mental too. So we definitely it's something that we're going to continue to have. And I just appreciate you guys and everybody that came and supported. And I'm about to eat, y'all. I'm on the West Coast,
Hey,
and it's 7 o'clock
got
right now, and I know. Are you going live tonight? Word?
Yeah, I am. I'm doing a rep your channel, so come through. If y'all got a
Oh,
channel, come through. Tell the people,
absolutely,
hey,
And
absolutely.
hey,
before we
bro,
leave, can I
drop
do
your link
one
in the
thing?
chat. Drop your link in the chat, and everybody will
I
sub
thought
up.
I did.
Drop-
I think I'll do it again. I did. And word, I
Yeah, I
made
think I
sure
dropped
you
it
you
too.
could go do it now. You could go do it now because I forgot you
Okay.
changed because I had you modded up before, but I forgot.
Uh,
Definitely that.
Before
But
I leave, can I do one thing though? Before we get
mhm,
off, can I pay homage
absolutely.
to the God? I just want to put some roses at your feet real quick, because you deserve it, sis. You speak. Women are the creators of this physical plane, and you only not create with your body, but you create with your word, and you speak life into people. So I want to thank you for being an example. It's not by your words, but by your actions. The things you do, a lot of people can look at and they can gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge from it. I appreciate that, sis, because you spoke. I'm listening to these brothers. You speak. The brothers just explain how you spoke life into him. You spoke life into me. I know you spoke life into Keith. That's why we surround you and honor you the way we do. And this is an example. If you want man to treat you right, look at Mama D, man. But I appreciate you, sis. I gotta drop down, get to the baby.
Right. Thank you so
Major
much.
facts.
I appreciate you.
Major
And
Y'all
thank you.
facts.
And I'll be over to rep my channel. Yes, yes, definitely. I appreciate, yeah, Marco, we're gonna have to do a part two. But I have to do it like every month or something, that way. Yeah, because y'all, when I tell you the blessings are coming to me, I'm big. Like I did Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I have some more stuff coming. Like people's reaching out to me, and I'm just going with the flow because I know this is my purpose, and I love it. I love it.
well,
So I
well,
got.
since
Mhm,
as we know, consistency is key. So I
mhm,
was actually going to give you a shout out. I literally wrote that down earlier for me to make sure that I give you a shout out. So thank you for saying that because I need to give you the shout out. Which people don't understand how hard it is to be content creators. You get what I'm
mhm,
saying? To speak your
mhm,
heart,
mhm.
to go in this thing and really speak everything that you feel for real. This shit ain't easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you went live Saturday, Sunday, and now Monday, girl, come on.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, gotta respect that.
But
You
I'm
know what I'm saying? Nothing but the like you speaking in real for real, and every day
Mhm.
was filled with just beautifulness, if that's even a fucking word. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything
Mhm.
was just
So
filled with just different levels of the community for real. And Saudi, I like her too. She fired. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, that's
That
my
girl,
yeah.
that,
I
that,
have
that
some
is
beautiful
so
women. I have
she,
beautiful. I'm surrounded by beautiful women too. I do say that. I could say
oh,
that
oh,
really. Yeah.
look, the brothers know where to be when they need to be. Miss B.
uh-huh.
You feel me? Like the brothers know,
Uh-huh.
trust me. You keep some fine ones around you, trust
Uh-huh. Word. But
me.
before I'm gonna drop down so I can go back to work and finish doing what I'm doing
Yeah,
here.
y'all hear
Mama
that?
D, I'm out to hey look, you got a new son that you just adopted here, Mama D. So I'm just gonna go with that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You just
Okay.
adopted another
Okay.
one here.
Yeah, all
Salute,
right.
brother.
Um, no doubt. But look, thank you, Goddess D or Mama D. Appreciate you in this session. This was great. I learned a lot listening to these brothers, and it's crazy because you had the word and you had Marco. You know what I mean? You had both of these brothers up here, so I'm like, oh man, I was waiting to hear these dudes get down, man. But
Yeah.
like I said, much respect due to everybody on the panel and in the chat. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. 2024. This has got to be the year that we manifest and we put things together. Get rid of all the negativity, lead that in 2023, and we just keep moving forward. All right. So with that being said, I'm dropping down. Peace and respect. Salute.
Salute.
Peace and
My man,
love.
brother Keith. Hell yeah.
All right. Well,
Now,
Marco, you
motherfucker,
got some
Keith
last
Sweat.
word?
Keith
Yeah.
Sweat.
Keith West is in the building. Word. You need to get me word. Keith West is in the building. You miss. I was over at. I did all my different voice reenactments last night. They didn't know I had that. I have different characters, but yes, definitely. Keith West is in the building. Marco, go ahead and say your last words. We're gonna set up another one. Like I said, at least once a month, because or whenever, whenever you need to release, I got you. And we could go to your channel too. So don't trip.
Hey,
I don't have no
like,
problem with going to your
hey,
channel.
likewise, and I got you, sis, for real. You feel me? Like, you need to come into my shit and you just vent out for a minute. You feel me? Like, that's what it do. So we just need to make sure we keep giving back and forth to each other. We're gonna play it like I'm a mirror and you a mirror, and we just allow the light to keep reflecting back and forth. You feel me? So real shit.
Hold,
Uh,
hold, hold on real quick, because the word got to get this. Keith West is in the building, y'all. Welcome, Mr. West, in the building.
hold on.
I'm
That's my
telling you,
guy
he's
right
so dope. He's so what the word go over there. That's all I'm gonna say. He takes these
there.
clips. There's things that yeah, he's dope. Just yeah, tap in.
Look, really quickly, there's three different people between Brother West, Charles Johnson, and Bronze Flat Power motherfucking God. They
Mhm.
are the three most uh supportive brothers that are in the community. And I give Big Dog Philly,
Big
I
Dog
give him
Philly.
number four, and
Mhm,
he could be
mhm.
interchangeable with Bronze for real. Like them four, all right, we just gonna give them four. They got All four of them brothers is the goddamn shit. I'm
They
sure. I'm
gonna
so
show up. They gonna show up.
they're
It,
gonna
no,
show up and
every
they're
time.
gonna
Yep.
let you know, like, bruh, I hear you, bruh. They
Mhm.
right there with you for real. So yeah,
Right.
I can't do nothing but respect them and appreciate them. I respect you though, because if there was a female version of all four of them niggas who I just named, it would be you, Mama D. For
Oh,
real.
thank you.
I'm so serious
Thank
because
you,
you always have
sister.
everybody back. You show Dangerous no love, like no other for real. And I fuck with Dangerous myself. You feel me? The brother be
Oh
spitting.
yeah, that's
Chris
oh,
Cyphers.
yes,
Uh,
all them.
Look, all the mother chuckers, like showing up. You be really supporting. I appreciate that shit. Showing up. You share my videos. I notice whenever I'm doing a premiere or I'm even doing like a live stream or whatever, you one of the first people to be in my streams every time. And I love you, sis. Like for real. I
Oh,
appreciate you.
thank you, thank you.
I
The
still,
word, and yeah, yeah, the word. I have a poem that I did yesterday that I don't know. I'm gonna end up doing it again. I remember I did it. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I shout out a lot of people got a lot of shout outs in that poem. But I'll do it again for them one day. But yeah, definitely. Thank you, Tiara. Living in my purpose, sis. Living in my purpose.
that's all we can do, right?
hmm But yeah,
I ain't
so
gonna hold you. I know it's look, we've been on for a minute. I ain't gonna
yeah,
hold you. I can keep
3 hours.
running my mouth tonight. I ain't gonna
No,
lie to
you
you.
good.
Because, look, y'all done opened my heart. Y'all done
Oh, I'm
fucking opened
glad.
the
I'm
whole
glad.
yeah. Hey, shout out to your sis for real. What's her name? Slay. I fuck with
Slay.
Slay.
I
Yeah,
slay.
Slay done
Yes.
slayed the game tonight for real. She done rolled down
Okay.
the hill like it had snow on her for real. We done slayed the game. You feel me? Like showing up. But no, for real, I appreciate the build tonight. Thank you, Mama D. I'm gonna go ahead and back out. You know what I'm saying? You go and do your thing for real. But thank you. This was really therapeutic for me. I don't think you understand. This was therapeutic for me. I needed this, and to know that there's other people out there that feel the same way that I feel, and really understand this whole, you know, this, this whole game for real. How they only want money. They don't give a fuck about our health at all. The fact that y'all co-sign that shit let me feel like that I'm not crazy. You get what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. So I really appreciate everything that I've witnessed tonight for real. And I'm gonna just land right there. Thank you so much. All right, seriously.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Marco. I appreciate you. And
Okay,
I
have a good
appreciate
one.
you too. I
My
appreciate
fault.
no, you're good. I appreciate everyone that showed up in the chat and remained with me. Man, I'm gonna say the numbers that I seen today, I think was the first time I've ever seen that many people in my chat. So gratitude, gratitude,
That
gratitude. I
salute, sis.
appreciate you all for that. And let's continue to have these nice builds. And there's some dope people that I follow. I want y'all to tap into them because there's some very, very good people that's putting out these messages. And so I'm trying to figure out. I know what I'm gonna close out with, but let me go ahead and do my last little words. Hold on here, and I need to, this stream y'all. Shout out to all the content creators because you be back here working, you be like, what in the world? So shout out to y'all um, as well for everything that y'all have done, and keep doing what you're doing. Live in your purpose, y'all. Live in your purpose. And what I'm going to say is, like I say in the words of Miss Renee, if nobody told y'all they love you today, know that the goddess of love loves you. And then in my words, tell somebody that you love them. And those that you might not love, you tell them that you love them anyway. And I'm going to take y'all out with my song, Goddesses. It's one of my faves. And if y'all got that music, y'all know, hit me up. I'll play it because I love to play our music. And here, this is Goddesses by Kinga herself and Greedy Vegan. And peace out.
Yeah. Greedy.
We will have nothing without our mama.
Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Our goddesses, our goddesses. Where would we be without our goddesses, our goddesses? How would men think without our goddesses? We would have nothing without our mama. Shout out to the auntie, sister, wifey, daughter. Yeah, we need our goddesses, our goddesses. How would we be without our goddesses, our goddesses? How would men think without our goddesses? We would have nothing without our mama. Shout out to the auntie, sister, wifey, daughter.
I think of your ways, your love never cease to amaze. Your sweetness is praised. It's where I find some peace these days. Beaching with babes, red grapes, peaches and shades, a leaf with some haze, that good wine, kiwi and lime. She be my kind and style, my everything here and now. That smile is something to see, you comforting me. It ain't another place that I would comfortably be. You're like a freedom. I gave you my truths and you received them. The reasons that I've changed be easing me through these pains. Explains how I'm nothing without you. Something about you, I gotta get out here and be grateful. You plan to cop a crib with some land by the lake for you, a break for you. Open my eyes, you gave me hope and ways to cope. When I feel like I'm losing it, you hold me and say no. Your love's dope and I need you. Be piercing my heart like a needle. Wanna hug and squeeze you.
Our goddesses, our goddesses. Where would we be without our goddesses, our goddesses? How would men think without our goddesses? We would have nothing without our mama. Shout out to the auntie, sister, wifey, daughter. Yeah, we need our goddesses, our goddesses. How would we be without our goddesses, our goddesses? How would men think without our goddesses? We would have nothing without our mama. Shout out to the auntie, sister, wifey, daughters. Yeah. Goddesses, my goddesses, paradise she hypnotized me with her seductive lids, you magnetic and fire shit. I don't know what my problem is, although I can't get a grip, I still never let her slip. Your touch can create peace in my soul, inspiration from my examination of your creation has me achieving my goals. You my motivation to finding how to heal my soul. Keep it real when it's real. She taught me how to heal. She taught me how to feel. She taught me how to deal with the emotions that a man may feel. And for the home cooked meals, infinite gratitude, mama. Thanks for being there through all of my drama. Speaking of drama, y'all can be crazy, but that ain't stopping the option of you being my lady. Besides, between your thighs is that juicy passions that can seduce my savages. Calling me, gotta have it. Her loving is how I function, no discussion. Our goddesses, our goddesses. Where would we be without our goddesses, our goddesses? How would men think without our goddesses? We would have nothing without our mama. Shout out to the auntie, sister, wifey, daughter. Yeah, we need our goddesses, our goddesses. How would we be without our goddesses, our goddesses? How would men think without our goddesses? We would have nothing without our mama. Shout out to the auntie, sister, wifey, daughters. Yeah.